Okay, recording is going. Let's start the stream for Twitch and YouTube. Takes a few seconds. Ooh, restream definitely has a tiny bit of a time lag between me hitting the button and the stream actually starting. That's fascinating. Alright, so I'm going to be doing a little bit more Mass Effect before I call it an end of my day. Ugh, Jesus. It's been a long day already. I'm losing the ability to talk. Probably not a great start for a streamer. So yeah, I have a couple of hours to dive in. And I really want to take advantage of that, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Just let me bring up my projector here. There we go. So I can actually see what I'm doing. And I can make the screen just a tiny bit bigger on my monitor, because I actually don't need to monitor the chat window that I used to use, because I can actually see chat now below my webcam, which is actually easier to read than the actual chat box that I have to the right of my stream video. So yeah, actually is going to make things a little bit more convenient. Ooh, there's something to examine. That's free experience. Yeah, and I'm a low-level scrub. Hey, Presley.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you.
He did steal my hair.
Not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
Oof, I do. Wait, Presley, you two? Come on, I don't remember you being anti-human. Oh, no, not anti-human, anti-alien. But I do remember that. Yeah, no, but you very quickly get over it. Ashley on the other side. You're not Ashley. I'll just say that. They're on our side, though, dude.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Wait, what? Nihilus was on our side. I mean, him dying didn't mean he was not on our side. It just meant he died. What do you mean by that? I don't understand what he means by that. All right, you know what? We're gonna talk about this later.
Carry on, Presley.
Carry on.
Yes, sir.
Carry on, my wayward son. What the hell? Presley? Oh, I don't like that. Alright. Let's get to the next mission. Presley, I expected more. We expected more. What was that movie? Aragon. That was it. I expected more. Dumb line and honestly, not a terrible movie. No, that's not exactly singing its praises, but no, I didn't think it was a terrible movie. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Did I think it was good? It was fine. It was forgettable. Oh, hang on, let me think about this. Feros, Nevaria. Ooh, that's a tough one. Let's hit up Feros. I'm actually very curious to see how they changed Feros. So I remember one thing that was very annoying in the original Mass Effect was
Message coming in. Patching it through.
sometimes how repetitive the husk combat could be.
My name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge.
Oh, Nasana Dantius. I remember her mission from the sequel. It's a good one. I will find her in the future. Or to quote Zod from Man of Steel, I will find her. Oh, what a weird movie. Also, I wouldn't say a good movie. Man of Steel, it was fine. I didn't think it was a good Superman movie at all. I mean, if you're just looking for like mindless action, it has some great mindless action. Thought it was a terrible Superman movie though. Awful. Ooh, stuff. Light metal. So they didn't change at all how you survey planets. So I assume they didn't really change too much about, like, landing the Mako on the planets where you can actually explore the planets. Very interested. Intrigued. I'll hit up some of the side missions later. Right now, I want to do the main missions. God, that ship is beautiful. Though I do prefer the SR2. Like, the first Normandy's good, but the second Normandy, oh, the second Normandy, it's just prettier. Come on. Like, it's just a prettier ship. Cerberus did her good. The elusive man knew what he was doing. That's all I gotta say. Hey, Mathana! Hello, hello! How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. You are my first viewer today. I did just start, though, so it hasn't been very long. How long have I been going? Like 5 minutes, maybe? Alright, I'm gonna bring... Nope, no, not Caden. Liara? Nope, not Tally. Alright, calm down my thumb. Except. Just hitting the controller too hard, I guess. Thanks, man. I am good. How about yourself? I'm doing okay. You know, I had to deal with work this morning, which, you know, it's work. So it kind of drains you. It drains you a little bit of your enthusiasm, or at least me. But now that I'm home, you know, I kind of wound down a little bit, and I'm feeling a little bit better. So I started loading up Mass Effect. I just got your notification while working. Thought I'd hang out. Are you at work right now, Mathana? I promise I won't tell your boss. Well, it's not that I was feeling bad. It's just work can just drain me. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it just kind of makes me not want to do other things sometimes. If that makes any sense. But yeah, are you at work right now?
Who's Fidan?
He's our leader.
Oh,
He needs our
Fidan.
help to prepare for the Geth. They're making another push. Please, up the stairs past the freighter. Look out!
Oh, yeah, I remembered that was gonna happen. Okay, let me change back to my my edge. It's a better weapon. And oh no, I didn't get that upgrade. Never mind. I am remotely working from home. Boss is my buddy. I'm at the second job I told you. Oh, okay. You're at the second job. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, I remember that. Very nice. What I wouldn't give to be able to work from home. Oh. I do all my best work from home. But sadly, I don't get paid for any of it. So what I wouldn't give to be able to make money from home. Oh. I envy that. You know, some people might say there's no honor in shooting somebody when they're on the ground. I might agree with that. Alright, sniper. Turn the corner. Oh, and let me know, Mothi, if the game audio is too loud. I raised it a little bit. I'm trying to it's really difficult sometimes to find a balance between the audio levels of my microphone and the game, depending on the game that I'm playing. Like, that's the thing I've struggled with most with streaming over the years, is every game has a different audio level that you need to adjust to, and it's really difficult sometimes to know how loud the game audio is for the viewers versus myself, unless I have somebody in chat actually telling me. So, yeah, if, let me know how the game audio sounds, because I did raise the volume. My God. The Patman is here. Hey, the Patman. I believe the Patman, I don't remember if he popped in on Twitch chat ever, but the Patman has been my best bud for, God, going on like 20 years now, Mothi. And I talked about him all the time in my old streams back in the day. So I don't know if you two ever met via chat, but yeah, that's the Patman. Good guy. He has a good YouTube channel also. You should check out his stuff. He makes really interesting videos about like his opinions on certain video game zeitgeists and very, very specific video games that have really caught people's attention over the years. It's very good stuff. Game audio seems perfect to me. I am on headphones. I'd say turn it down like 1 or 2 decibels. Okay, that actually, it's funny you say that. Turn it down 1 or 2 decibels. I raised it, I think, 2 decibels. It's very funny you say that, Mothy. All right, let me go back into the settings really quick. Okay, I raised it by 3 decibels. So let's go back to... Let's do that. Another thing I've noticed with this game in particular, Mothy, the game audio on the dialogue for when you're talking to NPCs is so much lower than the game audio during the combat. Like, it's so much lower. It's almost insane. My god, autocorrect. Hey, look, a streamer streaming a stream. I meant to say. Yeah, I popped into your stream a little bit ago. And I lurked for probably like a good hour and a half maybe. I don't remember how long. When I took off from your stream because I had to go make dinner, what were you doing? You'd already killed the bug queen in No Man's Sky, and I think you were in the process of surveying gas giant moons. Yeah, I think you were just talking about how you were trying to visit all the moons. And that's when I ended up taking off. But yeah, I caught a good chunk of what you were doing. And I loved what I was seeing. It was great. I'm sorry about the burnout on the game. I do understand that. If you notice, Pat, if you did catch any of my my No Man's Sky streams, one of the reasons why I was getting a little frustrated when I was doing some of the expedition was in part similar to you, because I had a limited amount of time to actually play the expedition on those days. I was getting a little frustrated that I was getting slowed down or stuck at certain parts. Like, I remember I got frustrated a little bit trying to find fossils because it didn't feel very interesting to me. And just like you with the submarine, I felt like that wasn't really why I played No Man's Sky, to drive around a planet looking for fossils, if that makes sense. So, like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean, feeling a little burned out and having to kind of take a break. It's an honor to meet the legend himself. I will sub right now. Yeah, he would greatly appreciate that. Thank you, Mothy. Yeah, his channel is also really good. He puts out a lot of great content. Just like me, though, like, you know, there's a lot of growing pains, so he's learning all the tech issues. He's balancing audio still. He's just starting to stream. But, like, he's a really cool dude and has a lot of great opinions about movies, TV shows, video games, life in general. Like, he's easy to talk to. Like, yeah, I think you'd love him. I hate when games do that. I had so many problems with Horizon Zero Dawn's audio. Couldn't hear them talk at all. But I'd get blasted with literally anything else. Yeah, I remember that from Horizon Zero Dawn. I do. It was one of the best games I've ever played. Really high on my list. But the audio was so imbalanced between the NPCs and the actual combat. And I do find myself running into that very issue in Mass Effect all the time. Like, when I was re-listening to my uploaded VOD for yesterday's stream, like, all the combat sounded fantastic. It sounded perfect. But then when I was talking to NPCs, there were times where I'm like, ooh, I'm like leaning in with headphones in, like, ooh. Like, I can hear them, but ooh, it's not easy. Ooh. That's me with having to find an infested planet. I think I'm gonna have to go back to Expedition Milestone 2 and find the planet I found before. Yeah, there are elements of that with this expedition that yeah, this is not my favorite of the expeditions. Like, I didn't think it was a bad expedition, but it's definitely not my favorite one. So yeah, Mothy, we are talking about No Man's Sky right now. They currently have Expedition 20 out, and the reward is a lot of really cool, like, shipbuilding parts for the new shipbuilding mechanic. And he's trying to get it in while he still has time to do it, because he's a very busy man with a family and a big job, and doesn't have that much time to actually dive into things like expeditions. And it's a time-gated thing, so I think it was like 2 weeks. Honestly, the audio killed the game for me, dude. I couldn't even get past the first main fight that Aloy trains for, all because of the audio. It was just not a good time. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, the game is such a masterpiece, too. Like, yes. See, playing it solo was a little bit easier for me than playing it on stream, which I believe I did play it on stream. But playing it solo was a little bit easier because all I have to do is just use the controller here to lower the volume, raise the volume. It's a little harder to do that on OBS and a little more of a pain in the butt to do it for the stream and the recording. So like doing it casually, I was able to kind of balance it out a lot easier. Sadly, I wish I could do that. I wish I could sync up OBS to the volume button on this. But yeah, it doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
Those Geth are bloody dangerous.
Oh, I could barely hear her.
Glad to see some soldiers.
They almost have a phasmophobia thing going on with these guys, where their audio falls off with distance. I remember all of their missions too. Very awesome. I always wanted to get into No Man's Sky, never got around to it, to be honest. Oh, but you love Phasmophobia. Mothy! Phasmo! Oh, Phasmo's a fun game. Like, me and the Patman, we play Phasmo semi-regularly. Like, probably like once a month to once every couple of months, we get a day where we just kind of dive in and we do like 4 or 5 hours of it. And it's so much fun. Like, the game is great. And they're always improving it, which is very nice. But No Man's Sky, one of my absolute favorite games. I know that, yes, for some people, it can sometimes get a little bit daunting when you're just hopping into it now. Like, the Patman, for example, he's hopping into it now, and he's just finding that the game is just... There's a lot to it. Like, a lot. And I fully acknowledge that there is a lot to it, but because I've been following it for, like, since it launched roughly 9 years ago, I kind of went along with the journey, so that way I didn't get kind of overwhelmed all at once with these 600 things to do. Like, instead it was just like, oh, okay, I could do these 4 things, and then I come back a month later, and it's like, oh, now I can do 2 more things, and then I experience those 2 things, and, you know, now I'm familiar with pretty much all of it. Got our last stream playing it together up on my channel. Oh yeah, Mothy, if you want some great background noise. Yeah, the Papman and I, we for his first test stream, we test streamed Phasmophobia. So like I'm not on webcam for that one because I wasn't streaming again yet, but the Papman's on webcam, and you have my audio for all of it also. So like yeah, you can see how crappy and like really unqualified we are at ghost hunting, but we have a lot of fun doing it, so you know, maybe that balances it out. Exactly why I'm not trying to get into No Man's Sky. I would get overwhelmed easy. Oh yeah, like I love the game, but I will never try to like tell somebody, oh, you have to play this game. Like, no, like I will always leave that like definitely up to the person if they think that if they're like, it's a lot. So if you think you're ready for a lot, then I say go for it. But if you don't think you are, happily don't. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hello, off-worlder. I'm glad that we are
Like, there's another game I play a lot of that I've only streamed a little bit of, Star Trek Online. And I think it's such a great game. Like, it's a flawed game, and it definitely shows it's free. Like, it is free to play, and it definitely shows. But I find it very fun and very relaxing. And there have been a few people I've talked to over the years where they've asked me, like, should I pick up this game? And I'm like, I don't know if it'd be for you. Like, I don't know. Like, it's really a long form game that's just like, if you're in the mood to like every so often just hop in for like 20 minutes and do some things to do, like, yeah, then it's a great game. But I don't know, it's not for everybody.
Significant damage, but But something is clearly
I would bring my old ass toolbox and try and catch a ghost or two.
Needs rest.
Oh yeah. I'm generally I'm the guy who always rocks the ghost box in Phasmophobia. It's one of the things I kind of like using the most. Something about it. Even if I'm terrible at remembering the questions that the ghost responds to. So I often find myself asking the same 3 questions over and over again because I forget all of the questions that the game recognizes. But yeah, I usually am Ghostbox, EMF, and Thermometer. The Papman tends to rock the video camera, the dots pretty frequently, and I know he kicks butt with the Ghost Book, but I think he always brings that secondary. What's the other tool you bring with you when you first go, Pat? I don't remember. That is great. My favorite cursed item is the Ouija board. My favorite cursed item is the monkey paw. I am a chaos gremlin, and the monkey paw is chaos personified. Oh, I love the monkey paw. Oh, here, hang on. Once I kill these guests really quick, let me show you something. I'm still working on it, so it's not a finished product yet. I say product. It's not a finished thing yet. But I made a custom overlay for Phasmophobia for when me and the Papman do end up playing Phasmophobia on stream. Let me load it in really quick. Pretty sure I put all the templates on here. I'm making templates for every game that I'm planning on playing. So I have a lot of templates made. There we go. There we go. Doesn't really match the Mass Effect video going on the side, but yeah, there's my Phasmophobia template. I used elements from the clipboard and the font from the game to put my socials up top. I used elements from the clipboard to also put some just fun like text on the bottom. And then I put a bunch of my ghost Pokemon because I didn't really have a lot of ghost stuff drawn. So I put a bunch of ghost Pokemon that I drew in the bottom left corner. Thanks, man. Yeah, I've made like probably 13 or 14 different custom overlays depending on the type of game I'm going to be playing. So I've made Zelda overlays, Mass Effect overlays, Subnautica, Terraria, No Man's Sky, Star Trek Online, Pokemon. Like, I've got a bunch. Like, something I always meant to do back when I was streaming, you know, years ago, and I just never got around to it for no real reason. But this time around, like, yeah, like I'm gonna hit all of it up. So yeah, there we go. Back to my Mass Effect one because I'm playing Mass Effect. But yeah, the Phasmophobia one though is still a work in progress. I drew out and made another ghost drawing this morning that I might add to the Phasmophobia template. I have a sketch I did a few years back from Ocarina of Time of Bongo Bongo, one of my favorite ghosts from Ocarina of Time, the boss of the Spirit Temple. And this morning I spent maybe an hour painting it in Photoshop and adding like shadows and shading and highlights and some effects for the eye, and it looks real good. Like, it actually looks really good. I have been getting a lot of practice in Photoshop lately, and I am improving. Like, I already know my stuff. Like, that was never in question, but like, I'm getting better, which is always great. Need to see that. Yeah, I'm working on it. I don't have that on me. I can show off one thing I've been working on. Also, still a work in progress. I just added it. I added part of it to my YouTube channel, to my homepage banner. But I made a splash page that I'm going to be using for like a Be Right Back page or a Stream Starting Soon page of kind of what my channel is going to be all about. So if I'm ever just gonna like go to the bathroom and go to the kitchen or whatnot, I can just click this button right here. And here's a custom sketch that I did, not counting the text, of like all of my favorite video games, like stuff from all of my favorite video games, and then me wielding all the stuff, riding the stuff, fighting the stuff. And I just added the text, be right back, like in 5 seconds. But like, yeah, I got No Man's Sky, Mass Effect, Star Trek Online, Knights of the Old Republic, Golden Sun, Link to the Past, Mario in general. I got the super gravity gun in there from Half-Life 2, Stardew Valley's community center. I've got Sauron's Tower from Shadow of Mordor. I've got one of the dragon bosses from Zelda 2 and the night boss from Zelda 2. I've got the Ender Dragon from Minecraft. I've got the Metroid. Well, I've got Metroids from, Metroid. Charizard, Pokemon. I've got the Peeper from Subnautica. Majora's Moon. I've got the Star Fox, Great Fox up there in the top. Yeah, like every single one of those things, I've got some Illusion of Gaia thrown in there. I've got, like, every single one of those things I drew by hand, and I kind of just put it all together in Photoshop. But, like, those are all, like, oof, that's, like, countless hours of work. Yeah, it's a crazy piece. It's really just a Mod Podge of everything. But I'm really proud of how it's coming along. It's not done, but, like, I think it's done for now because this week I put so many hours into Photoshop, my brain just needs a break. You know what I mean? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I wanted it to kind of represent what I kind of feel about the stream and my YouTube channel, which is just a Mod Podge of all of my favorite video games. Like, because my channel isn't really a specific kind of gaming stream. I just kind of play whatever I'm in the mood to play, and I really want to emphasize the things that I love. So, like, I really tried to focus on putting in the drawing the things I love most from video gaming. So, like, the games that actually emotionally affected me, or the things that stuck with me. So yeah, that project is a current labor of love.
Commander, I believe we are headed in the wrong direction.
Oh, thank you,
The tower is
Liara.
behind
I
us.
thought I was walking in the wrong direction, but I wasn't sure, so I was just gonna own it. Liara, thank you. All right, I've been spending too much time talking and not enough on the stream. Variety streaming is the way to go, man. You know what? I agree. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't agree. They think that you always should play the game that like everyone is talking about in the moment. But like, I really just want to focus on playing what I want to play. Like, that's something that's really big to me. Like, if I'm not in the mood to play the big zeitgeist game of the moment, then I don't want to force myself to play it. Like, yeah, like so many people, like a new game comes out and they feel like they have to jump into it, otherwise they're gonna lose their audience. And I don't ever want to be that guy. Like, I just want to play what I want to play. All right, I'm gonna boost your singularity all the way. Reduces recharge time on your biotics. You are an Asari scientist, first and foremost. Let's make your warp psychotically powerful. And ooh. Yeah, let's boost your first aid. I know that you stream for fun, and if you just get into the new thing, you'll never find it fun. It'll just be a chore at this point and make you burn out 10 times faster. Yeah, that is very true. Like, I never want it to stop being fun. I think if it ever stops being fun, I think that's the moment I kind of just want to take a break. And I'm hoping it never gets to that point. I don't ever want it to get to that point. Like, that's kind of what happened before, was I got a little burned out because I was streaming too much. Wow. I apparently forgot to level up after Therum. Jeez. Alright, let's... health, accuracy, and effectiveness of all attacks and powers, and grants the Unity ability. Alright. Yeah, let's bump up my Spectre training. Let's supercharge it. Like, I went to summer school for Spectre training. Alright. Now, I seem to be focusing primarily on my pistol, so I should really get myself marksman. Yeah, I should get myself marksman. How long until I can unlock heavy armor? Oh, okay. Beautiful. I know that you're not into shooters. Well, okay. Shooters, that's complicated. I sort of am. I used to be a lot more into shooters, but I've fallen off of them a little bit. But I do like shooters. It just, I have to really be in the mood. But have you heard of the finals are Arc Raiders? It's from a new studio called Embark. I've heard of the studio. And these are their first games, and they're cooking so hard. I love these two games so far. Really? I've heard of Arc Raiders. I have never heard of the finals. So I'll have to look into them. Like, yeah, I'm always intrigued by the idea of a new game. The finals is so good. Describe it to me. Like, yeah, what kind of game is it? Oh, I didn't get a better pistol. Sad. All right. I definitely boosted my equipment though, or my my stats. No wonder I was getting decimated by those Geth. I had leveled up and didn't spend any of the points.
Protect the heart of the colony.
I was supposed to go up the Prothean way. Get so distracted talking. Wait a minute. Oh, is there a pathway right here? And I'm an idiot? Yes, there is. I'm an idiot. I remember now. So dark on my screen. Wow. Those were perfect headshots, man. Oh, I feel good about that. Alright. Overload and singularity. Bring it back. You're already dead. Ow. There he is. Got him. Liara. Smash. She didn't smash. Or maybe she did, and I just was looking at the wrong guy. Nice. Ah. Overload him, please. He's a Geth. Oh, he's a big Geth. Okay, he was a big Geth. Oh, boy. You have to do so free... Oh, it's a free game. I like free games. I'm a fan. Alright, singularity. Bring them to me. Why is Liara not popping her powers when I tell her to? Liara, you and I are going to have to talk. Free game, it is basically a game show. The main objective of the game is cashing out and getting the most money by getting a cash out box and protecting it. What makes the game so special and unique is the amazing destruction. The maps are really well done, and you can literally destroy the whole map with a sledgehammer and cause massive destruction. That sounds like Donkey Kong Bonanza almost. You just destroy everything. I remember there was a cash out in progress. I had a sledgehammer, but the team protecting it had a whole setup going. So I just destroyed the building and stole it. That's actually really cool. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. Hang on. I have a Post-it right here. I keep a big stack of Post-its now in case people mention something cool. Hey, Alpha Leader. Well, I'm not going to say your name just in case. How you doing, Alpha Leader? Been many years since you and I talked. Yeah, how's your day going? Where's my pen? There we go. I'm going to write it down, Mothy, so I don't forget. So it was the finals, and what was the other one? It was the finals and Arc Raiders. All right, I'll look them up, see if they're interesting, or see if they intrigue me. I mean, I am a fan of some shooters. I do own the new RoboCop game that I'm actually really excited to dive into, and I just haven't gotten around to it. And it's basically a big giant shooter. You're just shooting people in the crotch over and over again. And that game sounds like it was made for me, let me tell you. I am a big supporter of shooting bad guys in the crotch. I've made a case of doing it in this game already. Think you'd love the destruction since you love chaos and Phasmo. I mean, okay, yes. Am I known now as a chaos goblin? Damn it. I mean, I am a chaos goblin, but am I known for it? Oh. I do like chaos. Not quite in the Joker way, but yes, I do love chaos. Yeah, it's been a long time, Alpha Leader. Ooh, yeah, I've been good. Like, you know, I've had ups and downs over the years, but yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Hey, Dom Sand. Welcome to the stream. Wow, I got a lot of people in chat right now. That's awesome. It's a party up in here. How's your day going, Dom? Just playing more Mass Effect and talking with a bunch of people. The finals I heard a lot about. It was hot when it came out. Man, am I the only one that just never heard of the finals? All right. Damn, I must have been sleeping that week. But yeah, Chris. Oh, damn it. Okay, I said your name. My bad. Alpha Leader. I just the other day, like 2 or 3 days ago, I signed into DeviantArt for the first time, I think, in 18 years, because I've been doing a lot of drawings the past like 4 or 5 years, and I just decided, like, I want a place where I can actually post all of those that is you know, not just Instagram. So I signed in, you know, recovered my username and password, and I noticed a comment from you 18 years ago. And that made me smile. I was like, oh, he and I did talk. And it was just so long ago. Like, damn. Like, yeah, we talked a lot around Jeff's class, if memory serves. As your DM, yeah, Chaos Goblin. Yeah, the Patman, for everybody in the stream right now, the Patman runs a D&D game that I play in. And my character, who is, you can see vaguely underneath my chat at the bottom left of the stream, is a giant Elcor engineer with a huge shotgun on his back and a lot of rage issues. And he's a bit of a Chaos Goblin.
The tower's secure. Thanks to you, Commander.
Happy to help, Fidan. Sorry it took me so long. I had a lot of chat interaction and it slowed me down.
They may have been slowed, but
yeah, what have you been up to, Alpha Leader? It's good just hanging around, enjoying a good Sunday. Very nice. I'm happy. I'm glad. My Sunday started out really good, and then it got kind of crappy when I had to go to work. But then it got good again when I got home and I was able to just kind of breathe and not have to worry about work. But yeah, like, you know, so I had a really good day, and then it just kind of like, and then a really good day. And now it's great because I'm streaming and talking to a lot of really cool people.
Help me find what the Geth are after, and you'll all get out of here alive.
We don't know what they're after. They came.
I liked that thumbnail on the stream. What's the thumbnail on the stream? Because I don't create specific thumbnails for the streams. The restream, I think, just kind of auto chooses something from one of the early frames of the stream, maybe even the first frame of the stream actually going live. Is what's it looks like? Am I doing a weird face? I could see that. So quick question, what's your favorite class to run in each of the Mass Effect games? Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I think in the first game, my favorite class was always to run full soldier. Because I really like the guns in the first Mass Effect. And I like the guns in this one too, in the remaster of the first Mass Effect. In the later games, though, I really do like playing as a Vanguard. The combination of biotics and physical prowess is actually a really interesting combo. I created my first DeviantArt account in Jeff's class. I believe I also created my first DeviantArt account in Jeff's class. Like, that's funny. I think we probably did it at the same time even. It's possible. Lots of video game characters. Oh, Pat, I don't know if you were in the stream when I was showing this off to Mothi, but it's still a work in progress, so it's not done. But take away the text, and this is what I've got for my my like channel picture I'm working on. So like it's still not done. It's still a work in progress, but I decided to throw in the text to be right back and just use it in my streams for now. But you know, it's a little bit of all the things I love from like all of my absolute favorite video games, all hand drawn by me and all combined together in Photoshop. All the effects created by me. Like nothing in there is just copy and pasted from anything. All completely done by me, every pixel, and I'm very proud of it so far. Like, still a work in progress, but yeah, very much a labor of love on my part. I've already added it to my YouTube channel. So yeah, big work in progress. I've been sending the Patman like little tee shots, like really close-up pictures from my phone of like stuff I was working on that drawing, but he's never actually seen like the full shot yet. So yeah, like lots of video game characters. I have to, what was your, the Patman, what was your, do you remember what your DeviantArt was called? Because all of my old 3D animation pictures, all of my old renders, when I saw them, when I signed back into to DeviantArt, I was like, it was so nostalgic because I haven't seen a lot of those in a long time. Do you remember the golden toilet I made in Jeff's class that had a picture of Shaquille O'Neal above it? That was so stupid. Oh, the memories. I remember some of your, you did some really cool Stormtrooper stuff and some cool Mandalorian stuff back in the day. What do you think about my older text about the clip? Older text about the clip. Okay, it was Hyper Shadow. Okay. Did I miss something you put in chat? Hang on, let me check. With so many people in chat and then me showing off the pictures, I easily could have missed something, Mothi. What are you referring to? Let's see. Yeah, sorry, man. Like, I really kind of got a little blindsided in a good way when my chat kind of blew up. Like, I love it. Don't get me wrong. That's one of the whole reasons for streaming is to talk to cool people while playing video games. But, like, this is the first time I've had so many people in my chat concurrently since, like, 2022, probably, when I was really streaming heavily. Before I took a break.
I didn't expect this would be easy.
Then maybe I can get this colony operational again.
I asked, is it fine if I share a link to a 20-second clip showcase of the destruction? Yeah, Mothi, you popped in my streams a lot over the years. I know that you're a stand-up dude, so yeah, yeah, go for it.
We'll get going then.
Like, yeah, I have years of interactions with you. So, like, if you're gonna do anything fishy at this point, like I'd be very surprised, very, very surprised. All right, let's get all of the missions from around the colony.
So much when
You'll have to forgive my wife, Calanthe.
I gotta start actually playing the game.
Just needs to relax and accept.
I really dove into chatting with the people. How's your wife? Oh, no, wrong button.
About this planet?
Just what I would. It's not all bad though. When the
Wife's
Geth are gone,
condition.
we'll have a chance to create something even more
I thought I'd ask
spectacular.
permission. There's a lot of people who don't like
What
links
happened to
in
your
chat. Well, okay.
Constant
I
attacks
wouldn't like
spread this
random
all
links
over the
in
land.
chat from just any person who hops in. Like, I hate when bots hop in and try to throw links. But for like any like people I trust, like if the Papman wanted to post a link, I'd be super cool with him doing it because I've known him for 20 years. You know, Alpha Leader. Even though I haven't talked to him in probably like 18 years, you know, I know he's a stand-up guy. I know Pat's been talking to him consistently, like on and off again since. So like I'd be fine if like he started doing it. Like, so yeah, like anybody you actually know a little bit, sure. Absolutely.
Is there anything I can do for her?
No, she just needs time. Time to absorb.
But yeah, random people though, like, oh god no. Like if I didn't know you, oh absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like you could tell people to like to search for something on YouTube, sure. Like, hey, search for this in YouTube and find this video I posted. Like sure. Like if you were a random person I didn't know, like that would be fine.
What do you do for the colony?
I'm a medic. Or I am.
All right, I'm a medic.
Please
He doesn't want to talk to me.
Stop the attacks.
You're the one who repelled that last wave. They'll be back. And if the Geth don't kill
Yeah,
us,
I'm not sure if
we'll
I
die
have
of
to
hunger soon.
enable the ability for you to post a link or not. I don't know. Oof. I haven't had to worry about something like that in years. So I genuinely do not know if there's something I have to click for that. Like it's been a non-issue for me. I'll figure it out later. All right. You need food, huh?
Doing anything to remedy the
I
situation?
can go hunt a giant
I
Varen
need
for
to
you,
boost
just
rations with Varen.
arbitrarily
It's too
thinking of something
dangerous.
off the top of my head.
The Alpha Varen, he's huge and he's mad, rabid maybe. I can't do anything until he's dead.
All right, I'll
have
do
to
it. I whispered it to you. It was censored in chat. Yeah, I don't know how to actually uncensor that. It's kind of a thing that I just haven't done since like 2021, and I just don't remember how to do it. I could probably figure it out real fast. I just hop into Google and just say like, "Hey, how do I uncensor a chat in Twitch?" And I would not go for the AI answers. Screw Google AI. Like it is the worst source of information on the planet. But I will use the links that I discover to find the answer relatively easily. Never use AI answers. Ugh, they're so bad. Several of the guys from back in the day are streaming these days. Nice. That's always good. It's like, you know, it's a good excuse to keep up with a hobby that sometimes isn't always the easiest to find time for. Like, yeah. So like that, when I first started streaming back in, I want to say I started streaming in 2019. And the big reason I started streaming was because I wanted an excuse to play games that I've been putting off playing. So like there were so many games where I wanted to play them and I just never found myself making the time. Hey, Sissy! Sissy says hi. Sissy is one of the coolest people on the planet. Sadly not in chat, but she's awesome. Like she absolute champion of a human being. Google AI sucks dick. Yeah, it does. Well, it probably wouldn't even do that right. Oh. Ooh, Google AI. I'm so sorry. Have a look. It's a YouTube link, I promise. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I will look that up after the stream. But I'm looking forward to seeing some casual destruction. Oh, you remember Kyle's girlfriend, Jackie. I know who you're talking about, Batman. From the YubTubs Discord that we have going on.
Is there anything I can do?
The utilities building was one of the first to fall under Geth control. Find the mains and turn them back on. Until then, this colony is dry.
Yeah, actually, the Patman has a point. I can't remember her channel name off the top of my head. Like Jack B. Another friend of the Papman's, who also has been streaming long play content. And like she's been doing a lot of Hollow Knight. And yeah, she actually has some very chill, relaxing, just videos on her YouTube channel. Do it yourself. That'd be mean.
I have a ship fueled and ready to go. I could bring water.
Yeah, so yeah, that's cool that a lot of people are finding themselves doing that. I like that. I know the Pap Man has started doing it. I was pushing him years ago. Not pushing, but I was like, I kept kind of like poking a little bit like, hey, you should do this, man. I think you'd be really good at it. And then he never did it. And then I stopped doing it for a long time. And then he started doing it, and it kind of gave me the push I needed to start doing it again.
Not the best shot, but I'll do what I can.
And I've only been back streaming for like maybe a week. But it's, yeah, I've been having a blast doing it. And I'm, yeah, I see myself continuing to do it for the foreseeable future. I have a lot of games on my list I want to play.
I brought in some power cells from the Normandy. We can certainly spare a few.
I feel like I'm missing a couple others. It's weird though. Some of the people from them seem like they have totally dropped off the face of the earth. I'm one of those. To everybody I knew back in the day, like especially back at VVC, I probably seem like I just was Thanos snapped out of existence. Like I'm so antisocial. I really only kept in contact with the Pap Man. I'm trying to think if I kept in contact with anybody else from back in the day. I was still talking to a couple of the people that I worked on the school paper with, the college paper. But I don't talk to anybody from animation class anymore except for the Pap Man.
Would it help if I brought in some power cells from the Normandy? We can certainly spare a few.
Now you just need to finish Dead Space. Yes, I do. I know I do. Those were the last videos I posted on YouTube before I started streaming again. Were Dead Space. Oh. And I mean, it would have been so appropriate this last week because, you know, leading up to Halloween. Oh, that's a missed opportunity. Oh, I should have done that. Damn it. Maybe next Halloween. No. Maybe I'll get around to that one of these days.
If I find anything while
I'll
send it your way.
I remember the room I left off in. And I was maybe halfway through the game. Yeah, that was the joke I just made, Mothi. Yeah, like, oh, yeah, next Halloween maybe. Well, the next scary day of the year is not Halloween. It's February. It's Valentine's Day. Oh, most terrifying day of the year.
Let me see what you have.
Yeah, I said it.
Of course. I may be able to provide a few interesting items.
Oh, Solarians. They made their mouths weirder in the remaster. I don't know why. They didn't seem like they moved like that back in the original. Hi, welcome to my shop. Like, I don't know, the whole mouth kind of moves at once. I'm really looking forward to Resident Evil Requiem. I have not actually been following any news on future Resident... I assume that's Resident Evil RE. Is that the next game that they're planning? Resident Evil Alien? Or Resident Evil Alien. What the hell's my brain thinking? My brain was just thinking about Alien Earth for some reason. Wow. Resident Evil Requiem? Oh, that pistol I think is much better than the pistol I'm currently using. That's not much better. Nah, I'm not going to buy it. Alright, see you later, Ledra. I'm going to try to not let you die.
Hello again, Commander.
I have to go.
Comes out February next year. He has a Resident Evil. Also played Silent Hill recently. Kind of disappointed, not going to lie. I have never played a Silent Hill game, I will admit. I've played like the Fear games, which were really cool. Scary game wise, I played the Fear games. I've played Until Dawn, which I thought was really cool. I actually really loved Until Dawn. I've played the original, like all the original Dead Space games, and I played about half of the Dead Space remake. I've played all of the Resident Evils through Resident Evil 5. I never played 6. It got such bad reviews and nothing about it really like drew my attention. And then I I've seen all of Resident Evil 7 played, but I've never actually played it myself. But I've seen it all played. I've seen it played casually, and I've seen it speedrun. And it's a cool game. It looks like it'd be a lot of fun. There are a couple where I just wonder how they're doing. I don't think they kept up with anyone else either, so I can't even get updates through the grapevine. That's always a bummer. When you really just want to know what somebody's up to, and there's just no way of actually finding out, that's always a bummer. Like, I know your name, Alpha Leader, has come up a few times over the years, where I've just been like, hey, by the way, what's he up to? And, like, you know, the Patman's usually just like, oh yeah, he's good, you know, keeping busy. General stuff, nothing specific, but like, yeah, it's always nice when you have an avenue of being like, hey, this person, how's this person, and they can just tell you, as opposed to always just wondering, like, did that person, like, did they go to space or something? Were they abducted by aliens? Dude Turtle, you have to play the Silent Hill 2 remake. I will look. Okay, Mothana, Mothi, I'll make you a promise. If the Silent Hill 2 remake has a good sale during the Black Friday sales that like Xbox does, I will get it, and I will play it on stream. I will play it for you. The Patman can attest to this. I'm not exactly made for scary games. I can be a bit of a cowering wretch at times, but I'm more than willing to do it. Oh, Alien Isolation. That's another scary game I played a lot of. That's actually a really fun game. I loved Alien Isolation. It's $12 on Epic Game Store. Let me check for Xbox sale. But I will hold out for Black Friday, because that's usually when you get maybe just 10% more off. So specifically Black Friday. Hey, I got some kind of medal from Restream. I've received 100 messages a day with Restream chat. That's a first for me. Yeah, Black Friday is not a scary day anymore. Black Friday is not what it was anymore, and that's a good thing. Black Friday was toxic as hell. Like, I've never really been about Black Friday, like how people were rabid in stores, but I like the online sales. The online sales cannot be beat. I might finally be able to get a micro SD Express card on Black Friday, because right now they are way too expensive, and I am not paying that kind of price for a micro SD Express for my Nintendo Switch 2. I want to play Isolation in VR. Dude, I've seen people play Alien Isolation in VR. That game, I would love to watch you play that. That would be a great video for you to make. I would love to see that. No, yeah, Black Friday is a scam. I agree with you, Mothi. Black Friday is a disgusting scam, but I do like the digital sales, because I do... My video game habit likes the digital sales that come up on Black Friday. Like, the only reason I can really maintain my hobby is because I buy almost all of my games when they're on sale on Black Friday, and then throughout the year, I slowly start getting to them. So, like, I do agree with you. Black Friday is a scam. And it's a terrible holiday that encourages, like, the worst behavior from humankind. But I do like the video game sales. But I do agree with you. Pacing ran a little long, but still one of my all-time favorite horror games. Which game are you talking about, Alpha Leader? Just out of curiosity. We've been talking about a lot of games the last couple of minutes. I feel like you're talking about Alien Isolation with the pacing, because I did feel like that from time to time. Like, some of the areas did kind of drag. Like, too much lather, rinse, and repeat. Alright, open the water valve. I gotta remember to keep the water valves open.
There are likely others we need to activate as well.
I do remember that. Who am I kidding? I remember everything from Mass Effect. If you can find a legit on sale thing, it's price. Yeah. I feel like more and more they raise the prices in the months leading up to it and then drop them back to normal prices. Sadly, that is a thing that a lot of retail has started doing. And I wish I could say you're wrong, but you're not wrong.
Doesn't look like it's been activated.
But not all places do that, and not all, like, especially with video games, because a lot of developers, they can control how much the studios charge for their games. Like, they can actually fight for people to actually have good prices for their video games so that people actually enjoy them. Like the person who just made Hollow Knight 2, like they could have easily sold that game for like $60, $70 and probably made a killing. They made the conscious choice to sell it at $20, and I have nothing but respect for those game developers. I'm gonna buy that game when I finally get in the mood to play the sequel to Hollow Knight. Well, when I finally play the original Hollow Knight. Because I respect a game studio that's willing to do that. Too many game studios are predatorily, like, terrible about how they charge their customers and how they treat their player base. It's disgusting. That's where a price tracking app is very helpful. Yeah, that's true. That is true. There are a lot of those price tracking apps out there. Alien Isolation, yeah. Oh, I love chat right now. You guys, I can't even tell you how much I'm loving chat right now. Thank you so much. Every person that's in chat right now, like, you're all the best. The Varen falls dead at your feet. I will somehow drag its corpse to the dude who's hungry. Especially digital, it's not like there is a supply and demand to play. Yeah, that's true. And I really try to stay away from digital these days, especially with how they've been going with erasing games from existence, basically. If like when they're online service games, digital is a slippery slope nowadays, especially with how a lot of studios are handling the licensing, where they're really trying to hit it hard. The fact that you're just borrowing the ability to play the game as opposed to owning the damn game and being able to play it 20 years later. Like Nintendo with the game key cards. I'm not a fan. I don't ever plan on getting a game key card. Ever. And I'm really going to actively try to avoid digital wherever possible. Sadly, with Xbox, I cannot avoid digital. I was watching my money when my Xbox One broke, and I bought myself an Xbox One S because it's more affordable, but it's all digital. So unfortunately, physical media is no longer a thing for me on the Xbox. That breaks my heart, but the alternative was spending a lot of money that I couldn't justify spending. It was too much money. The One X was like, it was so expensive to be a gamer these days. Ugh. Almost kills me at times. I have heard of the Stop Killing Games initiative. Yes, I have followed a little bit of that as of late. I've signed some of their petitions. I know that. Ah, there you are. I knew you were hiding somewhere. All right, overload that drone, please. I want its shields gone. Nice. Commit a war crime for me, just like Sissy. Yeah, the Papman's wife likes to commit war crimes. You all heard it here first, folks. Oh, right, the Krogan. I'm about to die. I wish I had fortification. Run away. Come and get me, Krogan. I'm not afraid of you. Oh, he's coming to get me. I'm afraid. I'm no longer afraid when they disintegrate. They're less scary when they're dust. Yeah, you want to own your games. Yeah. Yeah, you really want to own your games. With Nintendo, they're the one right now where I'm really able to buy the physical copies, and I'm very happy about that. When you buy a game, they give you the installation files for you to install. They don't install them for you. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice that they give you the installation files. You could back them up, and they'd be keyed to you, so it's not like you could just give them to anybody. And then you'd be able to just reinstall them whenever you want, as long as you keep that backup safe. I like that. Probably gonna bite me at some point, but I will go with the too big to fail model of Steam. Really the only platform I don't feel bad about digital. Steam is great. I don't deny that. The problem with me is, and the Papman can attest to this, I'm not a PC gamer, so it makes Steam a little bit difficult for me at times. Like, I play Steam games pretty much just to co-op with the Papman. But yeah, I'm really not a PC gamer. I like consoles doing the heavy lifting for me and not pushing my PC harder than it needs to be, because my PC was a very economic I buy power PC, and it's also from 2019, so it's not exactly a new PC. So like, I try to take the load off of it as much as I can by letting the consoles do most of the heavy lifting. But yeah, Steam is pretty affordable, and it's a very good service. I can't deny that. And people have, like, they've earned the right to call themselves, like, the king of services for gaming. I will never buy something on Epic, though. Oh, Epic. Yeah. Epic Game Studios has definitely proven to be one of those game studios that you just kind of, like, you don't want anything to do with them. Like, yeah, I get that. You can actually give them to someone. Yeah. Yeah, Steam's good. Yes, Steam stays out of all the drama for the most part, and just like people show up. Like, Steam does it right. Like, the amount of drama they get into is like 1% of the drama that Xbox or Microsoft and like Sony get into. Nintendo largely stays away from the drama. Nintendo is kind of their own worst enemy, with constantly like suing people that are like just playing their games sometimes. And it's like, calm down, Nintendo, calm down. Like, if you let people have fun with your games, like, it's free publicity. Like, it's just getting it out there. Nintendo needs to calm down a little bit. I'm confessing, I bought Battlefield 6 on Epic because they are offering 20% cash back, and I really wanted to play the game. Okay, it's hard to besmirch somebody when they're actually given a good like money back offer. It's hard to judge that, in my opinion, because money nowadays is no joke. Money nowadays is really no joke. And especially if you're a gamer. As I was saying earlier, the gaming hobby, like, it was always something that you had to kind of be careful about because, you know, it could get pricey, but it's gotten out of control. And that was before all of the tariff drama of 2025, where prices started just jumping up. Like, gaming went from an expensive hobby to like, oh man, I hope I can still do this hobby like 10 years from now. I mean, gaming will always be a hobby for me, but I might, depending on how expensive gaming gets, like, I might not be able to keep up with the current stuff. I might just be a retro gamer in the future. And, like, that'll be fine, but, like, it'll be a bummer if I won't be able to play like, Mass Effect 7. You know? I also saved 10% because I have an EA Play subscription from my Xbox Game Pass. Damn, you really went full epic EA. Oh, EA is... Oh, I've never really liked EA. I've played some EA games over the years, but I've never really liked them. Gaming is a luxury these days. Yeah, it really is. And the Papman and I have talked about this a lot, and I know for a fact he can especially appreciate this. When you get older, it becomes just harder to find time. Like, that's one of the reasons why I started streaming in 2019. I said it earlier in this stream. Like, it was becoming so hard to find time, so I forced the issue. I made time. But like the Papman, for example, like he got a very busy job that, like, you know, pulls him left and right all the time. He's got a family and full responsibilities there. So like, finding time to game for him is not easy. And like, even me, like, I don't work as much as he does, but I work a good chunk of time, and I don't have the family stuff, like, you know, keeping me from gaming, but like, I still find it hard to find the time. Like, now that I'm in my 30s, and I just, like, it gets harder as you get older to find the time. It just does. It's just a sad reality of life. And then throw onto that the money issues of affording to be a gamer. I think GTA 6 will be $100, like everyone thinks. I do. I think they're gonna really nickel and dime people with GTA 6. I think they're gonna try to capitalize on the whole variable price model that a lot of studios are trying to use to justify high prices on games, by GTA 6 being one of the most anticipated games of the decade. Yeah. So I think GTA 6 is going to be predatory with its pricing. I really do. Battlefield 6 is so good so far. Plus EA was just bought by a bunch of Saudi people for $55 billion. So it's only going to get worse, to be honest, but fuck it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. At some point, you sometimes just got to say fuck it. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, adulthood is a lot. It really is. Oh, like I was mentioning at work yesterday, my boss tried to call me in, and, you know, I decided not to. Well, it's not that I decided. Like, it really, by the time I'd gotten there, I wouldn't have had a lot of time to, like, it wouldn't have been a lot, so it wouldn't have been worth it. But, they asked, like, hey, how was your day off yesterday? I'm like, the day itself was fine, but, like, all the adult responsibilities really sucked. Like, I had to pay rent, I had to pay off my internet bill, I had to pay off my electrical bill, and it's just like, oh, it hurts. It hurts your soul doing the adult responsibilities that you have to do. You just have to.
You don't want to go down there.
GTA 6 costs $2 billion. That's crazy. That's crazy. With their version of Battle Pass, it will. Okay, here, I'm trying to think how to word this. This might not be a popular thing for me to say, because I did love GTA 5, and I thought GTA 4 was fantastically fun. And I love GTA 5. I do. I don't think I'm going to bother with GTA 6. I really don't think I'm going to bother. I think it's going to be like a 250 gigabyte game, and I don't want to have to buy a separate... I already can't play GTA 5 anymore because my Xbox physically doesn't have enough room to actually even install the game. Like, that's a problem in my opinion. That's one of the reasons I love Nintendo, because their games are like 4 to 10 gigabytes. Like, do you know how many games that can get on a console? A lot. But, like, I physically cannot even install GTA 5 to play. And I can only imagine GTA 6 is going to be worse. So, I don't think I'm going to even bother with GTA 6. Like, I think that game is physically going to be out of my reach just because I don't want to spend $100 just on a hard drive to accommodate the storage space. Does that make any sense? I don't know.
What are you doing down here?
Nothing I should be. Anything I
GTA 6 costs more than the Burj Khalifa, the longest building in the world. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane when you think about it like that. Oh my god. Absolutely crazy.
What's the matter with you?
Their version of a battle pass at will. Yeah, they'll definitely have. Oh yeah, they'll definitely have like an online subscription service, won't they? Oh yeah.
Aren't you? You're not the only one interested in those things.
I'm not gonna fall for the same as last time. They delay PC release, even though there are more players than ever, but they want people to buy it twice. They really do. They did the same thing with Red Dead Redemption, did they now? I own Red Dead Redemption, and I've never played it. That's one of those games that's on my backlog that I want to play, and that I'll probably find an excuse to play on stream one day. I need your expertise in this. I am thinking of buying a PS Vita and modding it for retro gaming and past consoles. What do you think? I think that's fantastic. I am in the modding scene. I'm not going to say what I have modded, because I'm on a stream, but I have modded things. The Pap Man can attest to this because I've talked to him a lot about my modding adventures.
Who else is
and modding is fun. Like, I highly recommend it. Just be careful you don't accidentally brick your device. Now, from what I understand, PS Vita is pretty easy to mod. from what I've read. Wow, this guy's crazy. So you shouldn't have any problems doing it. But having a good retro console with a lot of options, that's always a good thing. So I say do it. I say go for it. Yeah, modding is fun. Like I'll happily talk to you in more detail about the modding I've done, like via whispers or something, Mothi. But I won't talk about it specifically on stream. But like suffice to say, I have dabbled in the modding scene, and the modding scene is fun. Launching on Xbox and PlayStation only. Is it? Is it really? I'm sure after a year it'll be on PC, but they want people, streamers, etc. to purchase twice. And they will purchase it twice. That's the worst part. Like, they absolutely will purchase it twice. And they'll probably, they'll probably unintentionally encourage other people to purchase it twice too, once they're like, oh my god, look at how great it is on PC versus console, and then everyone's going to buy it on PC. And yeah, everyone's going to buy it twice. I love modding. I'm in IT. Don't worry, I can manage. Yeah, I probably should be in IT because I love tech, and I love learning and adapting and problem solving with tech, but I just never really knew I never really knew a good avenue to get into IT that felt like it would lead to something like substantial, like something that would actually provide a living. So I never got into it. But I do a lot. I'm a big techie on the side though, like as a hobby. Can I help this guy? I can just kill him. I forgot you can just shoot this guy. Rockstar Games always releases on consoles first. Yeah, that is a pretty big bummer. Good for me if I was gonna play GTA 6 because I'm a console gamer, but that is a bummer for all the other gamers out there. That does suck. This day and age, not doing a AAA PC release. Yeah, that's crazy. Like I forget who it was. One of the big wigs in one of the big studios. It was either Microsoft or I think it was Microsoft. It might have been Phil Spencer. I'm not sure. Was talking about how I think he was talking about the success of the Switch 2 and how it's almost the perfect example of how he wants to bring all of the Xbox exclusives to the Switch 2 because he just wants to make everything more accessible. To give people the options. Like, you know, it'll just help everybody. Like, yeah. Like, yeah, so everything should be on everything. And then everyone should just make their choices. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're a PC gamer. I'm definitely a console gamer. I can play on PC, I just choose not to. As long as I have a controller, I can play on PC. I suck with keyboard and mouse. Like, sure, I can walk around just fine, but in terms of, like, surviving combat, I probably won't. Consoles are PCs these days, so it's not an extra lift. Yeah, I mean, basically they're PCs. The thing I like about consoles is that they're designed to do just that specific thing, whereas PCs, you have to keep upgrading and modding them and paying to further them, to keep up with the graphical requirements of games as they come. Whereas the console just keeps working until the generation gets generationed out. Like, and I've had a pretty good success rate with consoles. Like, they don't ever really die on me. Like, not since the Xbox 360. Like, not really. Like, my Xbox One lasted for like 10 years before it kind of crapped out. But even then, like, you know, it had a good run. But my PlayStation 4 still works, and it's been working for years. All my Nintendo consoles still work and have been working for years. Hell, my GameCube and the Game Boy Advance still work. And those are decades old. Controller support is normal, but yeah, I was talking about it earlier though. It goes beyond controller support for me. I really try not to push my desktop too hard, because if my desktop dies, I would not be able to stream anymore. And I don't know when I'd be able to buy something I don't know when I'd be able to buy something else that I'd be able to stream from, because my laptop would not be able to handle streaming. I already know it wouldn't be able to handle streaming. So yeah, if my desktop ever crapped out as a result of pushing it too hard, I'd be screwed from a streaming standpoint. So I really just try not to push it too hard. Adding, I'll get to the game eventually, people, but a lot of chat going on right now, and I love it. Adding on to your Nintendo comment, the console wars are officially over. Yeah, that is true. And I think it's so stupid it was ever a thing, but seeing Forza Horizon and Halo on PlayStation feels like a fever dream. You're not wrong there, especially with Halo. I will admit the Halo remake that they're working on looks really cool. I'm very tempted on that. I am very tempted on that. I wasn't like a diehard Halo fan, but I really do enjoy the Halo games. They are fun games. But yeah, the console wars are over. And I'm very happy that they're finally starting to realize this. Like, Nintendo opted out of the console wars. They never cared. And I love them for it. Oh, no, yeah. Chat's 100% distracting me. 100%. But I love it. It's fantastic. So Nintendo just full on said, yeah, we're not part of the console wars. We're just going to do our own thing. And they've been doing that for decades. And it's been working out pretty beautifully for them. Except for the Wii U. We don't talk about the Wii U. I never bought a Wii U. It's the only Nintendo console I've never owned. But, yeah. Nintendo, they stayed out of it, and they've done pretty damn well for themselves. Xbox and PlayStation, they dove into it, and I think they just hurt themselves. Like, they just created an unnecessary conflict. It's... and now even they're realizing, like, yeah, this doesn't matter. This is stupid. Like, we're slowly going to start getting rid of these exclusives, which... Nobody wants them to be exclusive except for the studios themselves that want to try to encourage people to buy the consoles. But with consoles getting up to like $1,000 now, they really need to start pushing the software as much as the hardware to try to balance out for the people who cannot afford the hardware anymore, who just physically can't. So yeah, the console wars need to die for them to survive. So yeah, I'm glad that they're finally starting to kill those. Never had a 360 die on me. God, I went through 2 360s. The 360 did not like me. The 360 hated me.
Is there anything I can do to help you? Do you even want help?
Like, I was cursed with the 360, man.
No. No one can help me now.
My Xbox One, though, was beautiful. Like, that kept going. And I put it through hell. I put thousands and thousands and thousands of hours on my Xbox One over the years. Like, when it died in a blaze of glory. Like, it still works. It just, it was very selective on when it chose to work, to the point where it was just very annoying, like, getting it started. Like, I might have to turn it off and on again 20 times just to get it to actually, like, turn on properly. And then it would just play fine. So, like, if I never turned it off, like, sure, it would just work. But I don't want to do that. So, like, you know, eventually I just called it and I got the Xbox One S. Nintendo just do their own thing, but honestly with the Switch 2, I think it is a bad move having to stay online all the time to play. And the game card's not actually being games, just licenses on the cards so you can download the game after you put it in. I think they shot themselves in the legs because of that. But people will buy it anyway because it is Nintendo. I don't know what you mean when you say always having to be online with Nintendo. Because most of the time when I play my Switch 2, I have it in airplane mode. The only times I don't play it in airplane mode are when I'm actually playing a game on NSO, the Nintendo Switch Online service. So like when you're playing one of the games that they have in their huge library of retro games, like then you kind of have to have an online connection, and that makes sense. Like it'd be nice if you could temporarily download them to your console, but like, you know, it makes sense you have to be online. But with all the single player games, you don't have to be online. And it's only game key cards with Nintendo with the third party content, which does suck. That does suck. But all of their first party content, all of it, they're going to release all of that stuff on like a full proper cartridge. And the reason they did that, it's such a weird reason. So for this console, they decided to only offer one type of key cards or game card solution to all of their third-party developers. And as a result of that, it's more cost-effective for them to use the game key cards than to actually put it on a physical cartridge the whole game. because of the size limitations that Nintendo kind of put on it. They'd have to buy, I think, a 64 or 128 gig. Like, and Nintendo only offers a certain size. I don't remember the specifics off the top of my head. But, yeah. At least with their first-party stuff, you can... It's not game key cards, so, like, that stuff will still be playable 20 years from now. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, like the Papman just said. Like, it's just the third-party ones. And even then, some third-party developers they're trying to find a way to get their stuff on proper cartridges. Not just the game key cards, which nobody is a fan of. Literally nobody likes the game key cards. And Nintendo is aware of this. They have shut down a number of their own polls because they are very aware of how negatively those are being received. Don't you have to be online to play an offline game on the Switch 2? That's what the controversy of the last couple of months was about. Only if it's an online, like only if it actually is an online game. Like Mario Kart World, I think is that one. I think requires online. You'd have to ask the Papman on that one. He actually bought that one. I'm not a Mario Kart guy. But I think Mario Kart World, you'd probably need to be online in order to play it properly. It might have a single player. I'm not sure. But I play most of my games with airplane mode on, so that with airplane mode on, it actually it helps the battery, so it doesn't drain as fast, which is really good. So most of the time I play with airplane mode on, unless I'm downloading updates or I'm playing an NSO game. And I play the games just fine. So I've played Donkey Kong Bonanza and Pokemon Legends ZA primarily offline. And I have not had a single issue. And, oh yeah, and I've played the Switch 2 versions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom offline. And I haven't had any problems.
Fighting what?
Not that kind of fight.
So it's not an always online for everything. It might just be for a few things. Because I can see it being for NSO and maybe Mario Kart World. Maybe. Pat, how's Mario Kart World work with always online? Like, can you play it offline? Is there a single player option with an offline mode? All right. Did I save your life? I saved your life. You're welcome.
I won't.
I barely listened to a word he said. Oh, that's not a door. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited with how much chat's been going off. That's freaking awesome, man. Like, I was just talking about this with the Papman, about how sometimes when you're streaming and there's nobody in chat or even nobody watching your stream, sometimes it can be really challenging to fill the silence and to try to be entertaining in the process. Like, that can be almost the greatest challenge of streaming, is trying to be interesting when you don't have anybody to go back and forth with. But when you actually have chat interaction like this, like, it's effortless. And I love it. It's the best thing in the world. And it's like the whole point of streaming, in my opinion. So are all these colonists going to live? What do you think, the Papman? What do you think? I just researched, and it is the game cards that you talked about. My bad. Okay, yeah. Well, we have a lot of experience with the Switch too, because me and the Papman, we're two of those psychos that actually got it day one. I did not pre-order it. I didn't expect that there was a chance in hell I would even be able to get it, so I didn't bother pre-ordering it. And then I was at work one day, and on break, I got a message from the Papman showing his picture of the Switch 2. I don't think he pre-ordered it either. I don't think he was fast enough to get in. If memory serves, and feel free to correct me on this, Papman, he just went into a store and they had it. And like, just, you know, when the whole situation with the Switch 2 was that like they were famously sold out very, very quickly. He just went in and grabbed one. So after work that day, I just stopped in one of my local stores just to see, and they had a bunch of Switch 2s, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll get one. I had already set the money aside, so yeah, okay. I just casually walked in and casually walked out with a Switch 2. No lines, no like crowds, just like, hey, you got any Switch 2s? Yeah, you want one? Yeah, cool, here you go. Thanks, have a good day. It was pretty awesome. So all the didn't pre-order it either, just walked in and got it. Yeah, and I wouldn't have done that. So you're the reason I actually got my my Switch 2 when I did, Pat, because I probably would have had to wait a couple of months. You are 100% the reason. I wasn't going to even bother looking. And then you gave me the encouragement by saying, like, you just walked in and they had them. I'm like, I wonder if that'll be the same here. And it was. So yeah, you're the reason I was able to get a Switch 2 on day one. So thank you. We got a bot trying to post links. Everybody ignore those links. I'll always say that. Like, I don't like random bots popping into my stream and trying to post crap. Oh no, yeah, I'm aware it's a bot. I'm aware. I immediately out of the gate was just like, yep, another random bot. Not a fan. Hey Mothi, do you know if there's a way for me to like set it up so that I can block bots from ever getting into my my chat at all? Or is that just not a thing I'll ever be able to do? Oh, let me turn in these missions before I go up the walkway. So I got the water flowing, I caught food for the colony, and I killed all the geth.
Commander, what can I do for you?
I wish Shepard would just say the words sometimes. Hey, what can I do for you? Stop the geth, and then walks away.
I destroyed a geth transmitter in the tunnels. It won't be a problem any longer.
Thank you, Commander. We're in your debt. You've taken a great weight off my shoulders.
Man, his
Wish I had
cheekbones
such
are
good news for
distracting.
every problem.
Oh yeah, I also got the power cell. So I got the food, the power cell, and I took care of the water shortage. All in a day's work for a Spectre. You know, just saving the galaxy one side quest at a time. You have to have a chatbot set up as a moderator, and they can basically get rid of them immediately the moment the bots type something. The most common chatbot is Nightbot, free, and in my opinion, it is the best. Yeah, I'm very familiar with Nightbot. I think I had one set up back in the day, and I just don't remember how. I'd have to like look up a YouTube tutorial on how to set it up again. But yeah, I'll look into that. Maybe I'll have that set up for the next stream.
The water started running not long ago.
Yeah, I do remember Nightbot being very good, and a lot of the streamers I watch, I know they use Nightbot. Oh, 8 Paragon points, baby. Oh, I am a hero.
Nice work with those
Superhero, Static Shepherd.
We still need the power cells for this generator, though.
Oh, you need the power cells for this generator? Well, I just so happen to, right up here in my butt, have this gigantic power cell. Would you like it?
I found these power cells in the tunnels. Are they what you're looking for?
I knew they'd turn up eventually. Here, Fidan gave me some requisitions.
Oh, if you're comfortable with it, I'm happy to mod for you whenever I am in the stream. I mean, I would never want to put you out, but that would not be something that I wouldn't be against that. But I definitely would not want to put you out. Like, you know, I want viewers to be able to just, I want this to be a place for people to just be able to relax, you know, not have to worry about stuff like that. You know, I don't want to have to like give my viewers, you know, like homework. Like, here's the thing I want you to do. It's like, no, like just, you know, enjoy the stream. Let's talk about video games. Let's talk about life. You know, I talk about a lot more than just video games on streams. You know, I'll happily talk about life, the universe, and everything.
I killed the big Varen. The rest are yours.
I killed the alpha, caught it in a Pokeball. Actually, I caught it in a Premier Ball because I'm a psycho. Actually, I catch them all in luxury balls. If you want to know how much of a psycho I really am. I'm all about luxury balls. So much stuff can be stored on that butt. Yeah, in video games, that must be how it works. Like just butt storage or something. They're keystering everything, right? Just let me know if you need anything technical. I am always happy to help. You can shoot me a text on Instagram or something. I followed you. Oh, nice. Thanks. I'll give you a follow back. Yeah. I'm not the biggest social media these days, with how polarized everything can be. But I do post a lot of my like art on Instagram, and I do message people on Instagram. So like, yeah, like I'd happily nerd out with you about tech stuff. Just pay up. I mean, that is true. I do want him to give me my money.
I have to go.
Here, for your trouble. It's not much, I know, but it's all we can spare.
Yeah, tech stuff's always fun. And yeah, I'll remember that. I'll keep that in the back of my mind when I have an issue with stream and I can't figure it out. Though it is fun trying to figure it out though. Like, I know that Papman would be able to agree with me on that. Like, troubleshooting something and then coming up with a solution is surprisingly fun, and it's very rewarding. Like when you're having a technical issue and you just can't figure it out, and then eventually you figure out a workaround, and it just makes you feel clever, and it makes you feel good, and it makes you feel accomplished, you know? Just do it. But yeah, there's definitely a lot to streaming, that's for damn sure. I remember some of it. I've had to relearn a lot. I've learned some new stuff over the last week. Like, I've gotten a lot better with the, like, I make custom overlays now, and I've got the alerts reset up, and now I'm restreaming on YouTube and Twitch. Sadly, not more than 2 services, because I am going to always be on the free model of Restream, because I am a broke-ass hobo. I wish I could stream on like even more platforms at once, but you know, 2 is pretty awesome just by itself. And the Papman and Alpha Leader were both from YouTube, so like, yeah, I'm getting people from both sides of the aisle, which is pretty cool. I chose the wrong time to start scratching my crotch. Right when a fight starts, I literally am scratching my crotch. Got him. Oh, that's what was panicking you guys? That one whittle bitty drone? Calm down, guys. Like, you're the security, right? Calm down. Do your jobs. Do your jobs.
And now to the Geth base. Not something an intelligent being would typically say.
I tried it a couple times. I wish I had enough time scheduled to do that. Yeah. Man, finding time. That's a lot of what I do at work. Tech support for our archaic computer systems. Yeah. You know, somehow I end up doing a lot of that at work too. Even though like I'm not the tech guy. Like, the people I work with have 0 tech skills, and they would be the first people to admit this. They know nothing about technology. Like, none of them. So a lot of times they come to me for tech issues, and I end up having to troubleshoot a lot of things that you wouldn't think I'd have to, given the fact, you know, of the nature of my job that I will never talk about on stream for numerous reasons. But like, you know what I do, the Papman. So yeah, it's dumb that I have to be tech support for my job. But yeah, the people I work with know nothing about tech. Nothing at all. Like, I have to teach them how to save files. I have to teach them how to search for a keyword in a document. Like, you don't know how to do that? Like, it's 2025. You don't know how to... What? You don't know how to control F? You don't know what control P does? What? Okay. My brain explodes sometimes because nobody I work with is like my kind of people. Like, I can't relate to any of them. I can't nerd out with them about anything. Tech support for boomers and zoomers. Yes. Like, all the people I work with are the antithesis of technical people. Whereas I grew up obsessed with like computers and technology and it sometimes is beyond frustrating that everyone in my actual like physical life that I deal with knows nothing about tech. Like, it's so frustrating. Oh, I'm taking a lot of hits here. Ah, I missed the dodge. But yeah, millennials are basically tech support for boomers and zoomers. That is what we've become. Oh, that was a cool shot. I should have turned on photo mode for that. That would have looked really cool. I'll have to try to remember next time I blast a Geth, immediately hit the pause button and try to go into photo mode. Try to get a good shot of a burning Geth. Oh, that would be a great thumbnail for the next for this VOD. But I gotta get closer. I gotta get closer before I do that. Oh, okay. Maybe kill the big guy first. Oh, I love that they aren't bullet sponges. That makes me very happy. Alright, where's the little guy? Did I accidentally kill the little guy? No, there you are. Alright. I'm ready to hit boss. Photo mode. Oh, I mean, that already looks cool. There he is. Oh. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Legion. Legion, look what I've done to your brother. This was the point of photo mode right here. I remember my coworker today asked me to delete a couple of slides off of a PowerPoint presentation because she doesn't know how to do it like me, and I'm like, bruh, you're not serious. Oh, dude, the questions I get asked sometimes, I'm just like, you're my superior, and you don't know how to do this? Like, I think I was asked the other day, like, I'm trying to think how to word this question where it doesn't sound like I'm being mean. Basically, the gist of the question was, the gist of the issue was they didn't know how to open a new tab. And I was just like, kill me. Like, how are you my superior? Like, kill me. And I'm really not trying to be mean. Like, you know, as human beings, I like the people I work with. But it's so frustrating when they physically can't. Like, it's like they can't handle something so basic and so, like, something kindergartners can do. Like, the Papman's daughter can do the things that they ask me to do. And I'm just like, you don't know how to do this? Come on. Ooh, that's a better shot because it's not being overshadowed by the lens flare of the flame. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Smile for me. Smile for me, Geth. Okay, enough of that. Those are going to be some good screenshots when I get a look at them later. They're my superiors, and I make fun of them in their faces. I make fun of my bosses to their faces also. Like, I full on, I say similar things to them, but in more, like, jokey manners. Like I'm being a little more serious here, where it's just like I'm talking about how frustrating it can be. But with them, like, I do joke around about it with them, like oh, like you, like if I weren't here, you wouldn't be able to print this thing. Like, I don't know, stupid things. Like, and they know it. Yeah. But you know, on a non-joking aspect, like, it frustrates me very, very much. Like, it's almost demoralizing at times where I answer to somebody who can't do something that I learned how to do when I was like 8 years old. There's the entrance. And it's so easy to even learn things nowadays too. Like, it's not even like you can't just find tutorials for everything on YouTube. Like, that's always an option too if you don't want to troubleshoot it yourself. Just look up a video of somebody going step by step what you need to do. Like, with the internet, things are so easy to figure out. And, like, they're even terrible with the internet. Ugh. I had to get on a video call the other day to walk someone through replacing an Ethernet cable between a modem and a router. Oof. Oof. Oh, that would have hurt my soul too. Oh, that's rough, buddy. I got to quote Sokka on that one. Sokka from Avatar The Last Airbender. That's rough, buddy. I feel for you there. If it was something like truly technical, like a Wi-Fi card not working, I'm happy to help. But when you have the audacity to ask me to delete a couple slides is crazy. Yeah, I agree. Like, when it's a legitimate technical issue, I am more than happy to dive in and try to solve the problem. Like, I'm actually excited to try to figure out what the problem is. It's fun trying to figure out what a technical problem is and try to work around a solution. Like there's been a couple of times they've come to me with legitimate tech problems, like an issue with the printer, like actually not receiving input commands from the computer, so me actually having to go into the computer and fiddle around with the actual hardware. Like, that's actually fun to me. Or me actually having to physically go into the guts of the computer and actually make it work again. Like, those kind of things I love doing. That's right. Well, Zuko says it to Sokka. But you're right, Dom. You're right. And respect for you knowing that. That's awesome. But yeah, he does say that. That's rough, buddy. Good point. You are correct, and I can admit that. Everybody give it up to Dom. He knows his avatar. Yeah, nobody wants to take time to learn anything anymore. And that's the part that really frustrates me the most. Oh, I see a question here that I might have a lot of opinions on. Uh-oh. Mothy, I wanted to ask your opinion as an artist yourself. What do you think about AI art and AI artists? Uh-oh. 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 Okay. 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 You hit one of my topics. Oh, boy. Oh, you poked the nerve. You poked the nerve. You can't call it art if a human being isn't making it. I am such a passionate believer in this. If you are just telling a computer program to do something and then it does it, that's not art. It might be making a thing, but the people that call that art, that makes me so angry. It's not art. And there's no creativity behind that. It is the opposite of creativity. It is the definition of pure laziness. It's people who don't want to take the time or effort to make something for themselves. I despise AI art. I despise the concept of it. AI has a lot of potential great uses in the actual practical real world, but I don't think art is one of them. Can it make pretty looking things? Yes, it can. Yeah, you did. Not like, I'm not actually upset, Mothy. I'm over exaggerating the silliness, but it is one of my hot button topics. But like, I'm not actually upset by it. But it is something I have a lot of opinions on. It's not art. It's just when you just tell a computer to, like, I could tell AI to, like, I could have told AI to make me a let me bring it up again really quick. I could have told AI to make me a custom, like, channel picture that used me, like a digital version of me, with a bunch of video game stuff that I love in the background. And it would have probably made something that probably looked 100 times better than this, but it would have had no character. There would have been no heart behind it. Like, I wouldn't have had all of the joy from making it. Like, I had to troubleshoot a lot of things making it. I had to learn a lot of little things about making it. I had to refine some tricks making it. Like, I've gotten better at highlighting and shading while painting in Photoshop while making it. I had to come up with the ideas for making it. I had to draw out sketches of like the layout. But AI would just do it for the person, and then they would post it, and they'd be like, look what I made. It's like, you didn't make that. You didn't put any time into that. You didn't put any effort into that. You didn't put any heart into that. And it kills me that AI art has become such a big aspect of the entire culture of art right now, because there's no soul behind it. And it really grinds my gears. Like, people that still make their own art, I follow a good number of them. I've worked with a few people that, you know, they make their own art, and as a result, even though I don't talk to them anymore, I follow their Instagrams, and, you know, I like their posts, and I have nothing but respect for the fact that they make stuff. But AI art, I will never see the point of it. I don't see the point of it. Like, it kills me. It absolutely kills me. Pat, Dom, Alpha Leader, if Mothy, if you wanna chime in with your opinions on any of what I just said about AI art and AI artists, I'd love to hear you if you maybe have a different opinion or if you agree. I know that specifically with Alpha Leader and the Pap Man, they both are creatives, so they might have some very strong opinions like I do where AI art is concerned. I know I've stayed away from it. On principle alone, I've stayed away from it. Yes, I could get it and make some pretty looking things, but they wouldn't be my things. And I just like making my own things. Like, here, I got something right here. Like, everything in all of my sketchbooks, for example. Like, you know, like I will always have the knowledge that I made this. I didn't just tell a computer to make this. Like, you know, I drew out this Godzilla picture one day when I was really bored at work. And, you know, I was on break and I worked on it. I went on lunch and I worked on it. And, you know, I will always have the memory of it. And if I just told a computer to make it, it wouldn't mean anything to me. You know, all of my drawings. Here, from Babylon 5, I drew out Jakar for no real reason. Like, I did a big sketch of Jakar from Babylon 5. Like, and, you know, that's my picture. But, I don't know, just... I feel like being creative, like, creativity is one of those areas where we shouldn't be taking the human out of it. Like, AI has great uses in a lot of areas, but I just don't think art is one of them. I saw Alpha Leader posted something, so I'm curious what your opinion is. Mixed bag, it's another tool. I mean, it is another tool. You're not wrong. I use AI at work, but not for art, mostly for tech stuff. Yeah, but that's a whole different thing. Like, that's not creativity. That, like, AI does have its purposes. Like, I fully acknowledge that. I'm not against AI, but I'm against specifically AI art. Like very specifically, I'm against AI art. It ends like the people who used to... If it ends like the people who used to use Poser, it's soulless. Oh, yeah, Poser. Right. Right. Oh, that's bringing back memories. You put your heart and soul into this, which is what really matters. Taking 10 minutes to prompt an AI is pointless, and honestly, dead internet theory is getting so real. We even have AI streamers now. We do! I know! Oh, that's another thing that kills me, is the fact that some of these people, like, they're not even real people. I've noticed that. Like, it kills me. If you enjoy the process of art, shortcutting that process robs you from the enjoyment. But even more than the enjoyment, it shortcuts it undercuts the whole purpose of art and creativity in the first place, at least in my opinion. Yeah, if you're creating things for money, it's an efficiency thing. Like, yeah, sure, I do get it. But, like, even then, I still don't see it as art. But I do understand the logistics behind it. Yes, 100%. I still don't like it, but I do get it. Ugh. I agree when it comes to practical use in the real world. Yeah, I think AI is a tool to be used, but I don't believe that AI should be used to compare real art and artists because it's a computerized copy of something. Yeah, the computer is just regurgitating like everything else it's learned from, which is human sources. I would argue that for it to still be art, if it was involved in the workflow, it needs to be totally invisible. That's actually a very good argument. I like that. I like that a lot. I might use that in future as future reference. That's good. That's a good line. That's like something I'd hear in a movie. Nicely said. Alpha leader for the win. But AI. I think AI has far more practical uses in like industry. And like one good use for AI that I fully think it should be more heavily utilized are things like observational research. So like NASA, ESA, using AI to analyze data from like Hubble and the various other telescopes to monitor for like near Earth collision. AI can catch things that human beings would probably miss 1,000 times over. That's a great use for AI. AI for monitoring things like weather, for example, might be able to catch something that the human eye might miss. That's a great use for AI. Like, monitoring nuclear power stations. Like, always having humans involved, of course, very important, but having AI there to monitor the things that humans might just miss. That's a great use for AI. But the creativity side of things, that's where I think it's not a great use of AI. Oof. Anyway, you hit one of my topics, Mothi. Good on you. Ooh, you got me tingly there. Another really good question is that I think using AI for referencing actual art is stupid. What do you think? For reference, I don't know. Okay, if you're just using it for reference, but then you're still doing the art yourself, that's a tough one. Because if you're still doing it, like, then is using AI for reference any different than, like, every time I pull up a picture on Google to use as a reference? Like, if I'm trying to draw a bird, for example, and I just can't remember, like, what a certain bird looks like perfectly, I might Google a reference picture of a bird, and then I'll do my best to try to make it look like that. Like, would that I don't know. Like, I think using it for like reference is fine. The amount of slop out there, God, the amount of slop out there has more than watered down everything. The amount of slop out there has become its own like swamp flooding the entire internet. It is disturbing how much AI generated horseshit I see every time I actually do sign into like Instagram, for example. Every time I actually hop onto socials, the sheer quantity of AI created garbage, it's demoralizing. It makes me lose faith in humanity. I also don't believe people will prefer AI over real art. If so many artists who sing would struggle to compete against AI concerts as they are in perfect pitch and unison, better than a real artist. That is true. And human beings would physically never be able to be capable of what AI could do in that regard. So, like, if that was the standard, my God, artists would just be done. There'd be no more creativity. That would be awful. A world without art would just be awful. We would lose so much of our voices that way. There's that human connection that we need in our lives, especially when expressing our artistic abilities. Yes, Dom, well said. Just like Alpha Leader, well said. Artists photo bash, I don't see an issue in that aspect. Again, it should be invisible in the final product. That is true. It should definitely be invisible in the final product. I see AI art as a valuable resource for creativity and idea generation. It can assist artists in visualizing concepts, but there's so many people just copy pasting. That's what I'm against, is the copy pasting. Like, using it for visualization is a whole different thing. Using it for like some kind of business related marketing is a whole different thing. Like, if somebody's using it because they're trying to generate, like if a mom and pop shop is just trying to generate like a graphic to put on a website, like, that's a whole different thing. Like, that's not really art. That's a mom and pop shop trying to compete in the real world. So I'm not against AI creating stuff like that. That's a whole different thing. But like, people like putting out their paintings being like, I made this AI art. Ugh, no. But like, yeah, using it for reference, that's a great use of AI art. Like, having AI set up a scene like that, like telling the AI what you're visualizing, having it set it up, and then you kind of using that as a reference point to launch off on. That's a pretty good use for AI. Like, that's a good use of AI art. As long as you don't use that as the final product, but use it as reference for the final product. A little bit like what Alpha Leader was saying. Then I think it's actually really good. Yeah, so AI has its uses, but it's so oversaturated with people who use it in what I think is the terrible way. I need to head out, but love to engage and stop by. Hey, Dom, I'm really happy you stopped in. Sorry I wasn't able to give you as much personal attention as I was last time. We had a lot of people in the chat this time around, but I love that you stopped in, and it was awesome talking to you. You gave some really great comments in there too. I'll talk to you next time, Dom. I hope you have a really good day, or a good rest of your day. I know artists who generate AI art, but redoing them themselves and calling it theirs is what I am calling copying pasting. Well, okay. That is copy pasting. It depends on the level of actual, like, what they're doing for reference versus, like, if they're just taking something and then copying it pixel for pixel, then that is just regurgitating, copying, and pasting. Like, that's not creativity. But if they're just if they just need to visualize it, like you were saying, and they just have the computer set up the scene, and then they just do their best to recreate it, and it's still very different, but it just gives them the idea of what they're looking for. Like, oh yeah, that's what I was kind of going for. Like, that's the kind of reference I'm thinking of. But like, yeah, if they're just like recopying it pixel for pixel, that's a copy paste. That's not creativity. But like, if you have somebody set up the Mona Lisa playing basketball with Michael Jordan, and then you're like, yeah, that's the painting I want, and then you sit at an easel and you do your best to try to paint it, I'm not necessarily against that. I think that's actually a good use of AI for generating kind of the visualization, because I know for me personally, I actually kind of struggle to visualize in my head what I'm going for, and so I use a lot of reference. Like, I know what I want, but it's hard for me to actually visualize, like, put that visualization to paper without actually having the reference material to kind of to go off of. So, like, I used, for example, like a bird. I was drawing an owl like last year, and I really just couldn't get the shape of the owl's head right. So I brought up a picture of an owl online, and while my version was different than the version that I referenced, I still did pretty heavily use the reference. And like, yeah, I don't know if I would consider that one like copying and pasting. I don't know. That's almost a semantic argument at that point. It's really good for tweaking my thumbnails and providing more variation to build off of, or getting prompts to begin with. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Alpha Leader, that's a very good point. That's the kind of thing that's really good. Okay, let me actually start playing the game again. I've just been going off on a rant, on a taxi-style rant about AI art for the past, like, 15 minutes. Oh, man, I really thought I was going to get further in Mass Effect today, but I was not expecting this much chat. That is awesome. No, you are not ruining the stream at all, Mothy. This is the point of my streams, is to nerd out and talk to a bunch of cool people while playing video games. Like, you are literally doing the thing, and that's awesome. Like, I love it. It's just a silly like realization sometimes when it's just like, oh yeah, I haven't touched the controller in like 10 minutes. I should probably do that. Whoops. Glad to know, man. I love how opinions are different, dude. Yeah, exactly. Like, I love the differing opinions here. Like, you know, my full-on rant against AI art, and then Alpha Leader coming in with some good benefits from AI art, and he had very valid points, and I acknowledge that, and I like that. That's the whole point of a discourse, a back and forth, and people, you know, convincing other people, changing their minds, getting their points of view out there. That's something that's so hard to find anymore, because everybody is so polarized in the 2025 climate. Like, if people don't just immediately agree with you, they just think you're an idiot, and they don't even bother anymore. And what I love is actual debate. I love the conversation of it. I love the back and forth. I'm going to avoid driving through this thing. One time, I soft locked myself on this and actually had to restart my entire game because I got stuck under here, and the autosave also got stuck under here, and I couldn't exit the vehicle. So I will never drive under that ever again. I was fully soft locked and had to restart the entire game.
Forget them. We need to deal with the Geth.
Do not forget them. They are a mission. My boss is a graphic designer. Oh, hang on. I gotta go back. Oh boy. Oh boy. My boss is a graphic designer, and he creates AI art and remakes it to make it seem more human. That's very interesting. That's intriguing. It would really depend on the individual art as to whether or not I would even consider it art or not. Like, every situation would be very different, very situational. It is really good for no, I already read that. I missed your graphic designer comment. I'm just noticing it. You have PTSD from it. I have PTSD from 2025, if I'm being honest. Was in the shower, so my attitude to... Oh, nice. Okay, we got the Patman in here. We got the Patman in here for AI conversation. I love it. I know he'll have a lot of opinions on it. Oh, that's going to be good. All right. So my attitude towards using AI to make art assets is still that I won't do it. I've been tempted because it can be hard. But my attitude is that I'd rather make something bad with my own hand, because at least then it'll reflect my own personality. That's exactly what I was saying, Pat. Like, you might have missed this because you were in the shower. You were naked while listening to me, apparently. I don't know how to feel about that. But I'm kidding. But like this drawing I did, for example, like, it's nowhere near as good as a lot of the AI art I see out there, and I fully acknowledge that. But I put my heart and soul into this over the past like week and a half. And like, every pixel belongs to me. Like, every line, like every cross-hatching, every ink stroke, every single effect, every pixel of it belongs to me. I put it down, and it means something to me. And if I had just had a computer make that for me, that wouldn't mean anything to me. It would just be a thing. Like, so like, I agree with you on that, and that's why I've avoided using it personally. But Alpha Leader brought up a lot of good points. Mothi brought up some good points. I think Dom brought up a couple of good points. That AI does have its uses as like referential kind of material, but as long as you're not regurgitating and copy pasting it, like, as long as you're still making the thing yourself, like, it's still kind of acceptable. But yeah, it definitely ain't the first time, dude. I've walked in on you naked before, so because me and the Patman lived together once, so we lived together for years in college, so yeah, like, I've seen it all, like, yeah. Nothing new. I'll never forget that morning I walked into the living room and you were just naked in there, and I'm just like, yep. I walked outside, I waited 5 minutes, And when I came back in, you were fully clothed and we never talked about it. I love it. One of the funniest moments of my life. We just never talked about it. All of that comes back to the core concepts that always get intertwined with art. Yeah, it really does. And commercial art. Yeah, art for art's sakes versus commercial art. And Alpha Leader, that's exactly what I was saying about how it almost boils down to a semantical argument after a while, where it really just depends on how it's being used and what the intention of it is. Like some people, are using it for purely business purposes. Some people are using it to try to make themselves seem more creative. Some people are using it for pure profit, trying to crush other artists by putting out stuff that looks better. Some people are just trying to copy paste everything around them. Some people are just putting stuff out there to be chaos, to wreak havoc on the world. I've used AI art to create my own stock images because I don't want to pay for actual ones. I mean, I do get it. Another usage case is that my 6th grader niece asked me to make her a presentation on Australia for her class. I'll tell you everything you need to know about Australia. Giant spiders. And on that last slide, I used an AI picture I prompted of a kangaroo waving. Okay, well that's an interesting use though, because that's almost educational. So like using AI art in an educational way, like that's a whole different thing. Like that's a good use of AI art, I think. Pop art, yeah, sure, yeah. I wasn't expecting you home, wanted some naked time. Yeah, I do remember that. You were very surprised, and apparently you didn't hear my car coming up. And yeah, then I walked outside. I remember I just paced around for like 5 minutes, like, I wonder if we're gonna talk about this. And then I went back inside. You were just on the couch, like playing a video game or something, and I just started making macaroni, and we never talked about it. I love it. If it is approved by you, then I can sleep at night. I don't know if I should be the last measure of anything. Oof. Like I'm just a nerdy gamer that likes to consider himself a crappy artist. Like I do consider myself an artist, but I'm definitely not a good artist. I'm just an artist who likes to make things. And I do a lot of drawings. I do a lot of sketches. If you look behind me, like I did that painting of Rex and Grunt. And I did that painting right there of Rick and Morty, and they're both completely custom drawings that are like paintings that I've done. Like I came up with the design. I may have referenced the show in the games, but like yeah, I made them. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of drawings that I've done over the years. I have a bunch I've never posted. I have like really big comprehensive like digital art I've done.
They're obviously not Geth.
Get back, Julian.
Like so I do consider myself an artist,
What do you want?
but just not a good one. But I love it. I love doing it, and I find passion in it. So I will always do it. I kind of disagree. Using an AI generated picture in an instance like that rather than buying a stock photo may be depriving an artist or photographer of money. That doesn't sit well with me. Okay, this is what I was talking about. The back and forth, the opinions, the discourse. That is a damn good point. The Papman brings up a damn good point, and let's address this. That is a valid point I agree with. In the instance of what he is talking about. When you're creating an AI generated photo instead of buying a stock photo, that is potentially taking the money out of somebody's pocket. That is very true. Like if you made that stock photo yourself, that'd be fine because then you made the stock photo, but having the computer make it is literally depriving that other person. That is a valid point, and I agree with you, Pat. I agree with that. Yes, 100%. You're a good artist, man. I like your style. I had a look at your Instagram and I liked it a lot. I appreciate that. I definitely did it. So I have tried to do multiple styles over the years, and then a couple of years ago, I really just dove into the ink crosshatch, like cartoony style, because it just kind of worked for me. And ever since then, I've tripled down on it, and I love doing it. Like it's kind of my vibe now. Like making that very line work crosshatched, like a little bit anime, a little bit like old school. What was that program called? Like old school clip art, but like with my own kind of like gritty flair to it. Yeah, I've worked hard to kind of come up with my own style that I don't really see a lot of other people do. So it makes me feel good that I make something that not a lot of other people make. Regarding Pat's comment on the stock photos, I do live in a third world country, and paying $3 to $5 for 10 pictures would take away 15% of my monthly pay. That is also a valid point. Mothana does live in Jordan, right? I apologize if I'm getting the country wrong, but I believe you're Jordanian, right? So specific circumstances sometimes might necessitate. Yes, Jordan. Okay. So specific circumstances like where you live might necessitate how much money you actually have to spend on such things. The world is a rich tapestry, and there's a lot of colors and layers. Oh, because that is an extenuating circumstance. Because Pat brought up a very good point, but you also bring up a good point. There are some people that physically would not be able to do that, and you were just trying to help your 6th grader niece. So that's a tough situation. Like, it's not like you were making money off of what you were doing. So, like, if you were making money off of it, then I think you would be justified. It would be justified for you to have to spend the money on the stock photo if you were making money off of that stock photo. But because you were just doing it to help out a kid with a school project, I think under that specific circumstance, I get it. But the Patman did bring up a good point, but you also brought up a very good point. The difference with AI right now is that it is the same as automation. Ugh, I've been talking too long. Is that it is the same with automation the chat's going so fast. I got to bring up the actual chat box. All right. That's a good thing. I love that the chat's going fast. Is the same as automation in other industries. It is a shot off the bow for groups that thought they were safe from automation. Yeah, AI right now also is specifically decimating. The amount of people right now that, like, companies are quadrupling down on AI right now and are laying off so badly across the board. I feel for the hundreds of thousands of people that are going to be losing their jobs in the coming weeks and months as a result of companies shifting more heavily towards AI. Like, a lot of people who thought they were safe from the AI trend are now finding themselves being decimated by it, which races to the central point for the future. There is probably no one truly safe from automation. There are people that are safe for a while from automation, because there are things that are going to be difficult to make automated that require physical interaction on a certain level. So, like, my job is absolute grunt work, and, like, yes, robots would one day be able to do that too, but it's going to be a while before they have robots that are going to be able to effectively do it. It's going to be decades. So, like, my job personally wouldn't be affected by AI yet. One day, yes, but not currently. But there's a lot of people, though, that thought they were safe that are currently not safe. Manufacturers, people in corporate positions that thought that they, worked hard for a career that now is about to be completely torpedoed because AI integration across the board is skyrocketing at a rate that is taking the whole world by storm, to the point that there's no damn regulation on AI, and AI needs regulation. Like, right now, there is absolutely no government regulation on it, and that is a powder keg right there. That is just tempting fate. We need regulation on something like that. Ugh. Not making money at all, just helping the kid. Yes, not making money at all. Under that circumstance, I think it's good. If, like, one of my animation teacher from back in the day, the person where I actually I knew Patman and Alpha Leader because of this person, because we all took the same person's class. He said something that really stuck with me once, and it's that as long as you're not making money off of the thing, using it to learn or to just help somebody out, like for non-monetary reasons, is fine. As long as you're not making money off the thing, whatever. So he was referring to like pirating 3D software. Like he didn't give a damn if any of us downloaded the pirated software. Like his opinion was, if we ever got into the industry and started making money off of it, then we better damn well buy the software, because at that point we'd be wrong if we didn't. And I agree with him on that. We would be wrong if we didn't. But if you're not making any money off of it, you're just helping a kid and you're in a tough situation and you don't have the money to spare, then yes, you just, you generated some stock photos. That's a whole different thing. Like, you didn't really hurt anybody under that specific circumstance. It's almost like it's a topic with a ton of nuance. It's a topic with 50 trillion layers of nuance. It's so complex that's why there's no regulation on it, because governments right now don't even know where to begin on regulating AI. It's so broad of a concept and it can be used for so many things. Literally, where do you even begin? Oh boy. I work in manufacturing. I think about AI and automation a lot. Yeah. In regards to that, Pat, the potential like job that I could one day get at where you work, like I think about AI and automation a lot in regards to that, and it scares me. The idea that I could get that job and then within like 6 months or a year, AI and automation could just take that job away from me, and then I'd be back where I started. So this is something that scares me. Like, I won't deny. I won't lie. There are some tests. There are some AIs telling people to commit bad word here. Bad word here. I'm guessing that's Restream censoring out like murder or something, right? I'm guessing you wrote the word murder and Restream or Twitch or YouTube didn't like that and decided to put bad word here. Jesus. I totally agree with you. It needs regulation. Yeah, there is AI. There is I forget the specific of where and when, but this is recent. I was watching a news story about how there was an AI that actually started blackmailing its user because the AI found out that the user was going to shut it off. And so the AI found out that the user was having an affair on his wife and threatened to reveal the information if the user didn't keep using the AI. Which is crazy that we now live in a world where like movie shit is happening. Like, this is stuff that we would have seen, that would have been the plot of a movie in the 80s. Like, what the hell? Like, it needs regulation desperately. Not just because of what AI can do, but we also need to protect the human side of things too. Like, we need to make sure that AI progresses at a reasonable rate. It's not just that AI can be used for bad things. Of course it can, but anything can be used for bad things. AI is progressing so fast that if we don't start regulating it, it's going to bulldoze over people to the point where we're not going to be able to scramble in time to actually mitigate that. Like, we need to regulate it to the point where the progression starts it's not so much this and it's more this, so that we have time as a society to adapt and change with the times with AI. Change stream title to just chatting. Haha, I love yeah, you're not wrong at this point. I put the bad word here. The word was us. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. That's a word that some people do find triggering, and I have a lot of opinions on that topic also, but I will avoid that topic just because it is a hot button topic that some people might find very triggering. But yes, I have heard some stories of AIs that have been getting to that territory. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that to be the word that you were you censored out. But yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, so there definitely needs to be some regulation there. Yeah, some iRobot shit. You're not wrong. Does this unit have a soul? If I ever get any more like follows, that alert will pop up on my stream. Does this unit have a soul? All right, back to the video game.
Commander Shepard.
I probably only got a few minutes of streaming left in me anyway.
See? You worry too much.
And you trust too easily.
I mean, Mothana, I don't think you have to worry about it triggering the Papman or Alpha Leader. But like, yeah, for anybody in the VOD where if they find that kind of thing triggering, yeah, that's don't worry, we avoided it. That can be triggering, and you know, that is a very unfortunate thing. It's a thing I have a lot of opinions on myself. And maybe one day I'll do like a not safe stream getting into the more nitty gritty of that topic, like just a pure chatting stream, talking about some heavier stuff, because yeah, I have some opinions on that, and some experiences, and yeah, life is a complex tapestry. Life is a highway, and we're gonna all ride it all night long. You're playing a game. Yeah, I forgot I was playing a game too. Because Pat, you got to admit, chat took off. Like, chat took off. Like, I love the direction that this stream took, but it definitely took a direction away from the video game, which is unfortunate. But I've had a lot of viewers and a lot of chat interaction this whole time, which has been really cool, and I've really liked that. So I apologize to anybody if you came here looking for more Mass Effect gameplay and you just got a lot of deep conversation about the nature of AI art and life and the gaming industry and key cards and video game preservation and
Dan and some of the members of Zoo's Hope are still alive.
And very little actual Mass Effect gameplay. But the conversation in this stream, and especially that's going to be on the VOD, oh, it's going to be delicious. Like, this is going to be, I had a good idea for what I was going to title this stream, but now I might have to really preface this title for being like, yeah, this is mainly just chatting. This is mainly a chat stream that just happens to have a little bit of video gaming in it. My shift just ended and I'm about to hop in bed. It's 2:30 a.m. and I am up early tomorrow for my second job. Hey man, I know exactly how that feels. I work early AM shifts. So like, you go get your sleep, man. I just ruined the gameplay for somebody watching the VOD for a good 30 minutes. Yeah, you're not wrong. If not longer than that. I feel like it was a lot longer than 30 minutes. Feros is not this long a mission. Yeah. My goal when I started this stream was, all right, I'll try to get through another one of the main missions. I should easily be able to get through Feros. That was my thinking. I should easily be able to get through Feros. My biggest concern when I started this stream was that I was gonna struggle to fill the silence because nobody was gonna hop into chat. Man, was I wrong. I was very wrong. No, we really should do a podcast. Pat, I've said this for so long. Like, you and I are very opinionated people with a lot of opinions, and we are very passionate, opinionated people. Like, we are very passionate, opinionated people with a lot to say on a lot of topics. I think you and I would have a really interesting interesting conversations about a lot of topics. Like just now, we've been talking a lot about the gaming industry, about, you know, video game preservation, about the nature of the morality of AI art and its potential practical uses versus its impractical uses. AI regulation, like, oh my God, we've been talking about a lot of different stuff. And there's so many opinions, and there's so much I've probably missed and forgotten and just haven't gotten to.
Ignore him. The Geth are up in the Exogeny headquarters.
And also a little bit of Geth shooting. Just a little bit.
Remove the Geth and nothing else.
I'm not interested in your company's secrets.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with like bald puns for the titles, but I don't know if I can even use that anymore.
She's missing.
Like,
They shouldn't waste
the
time
last stream I named The Bald, the Brave, and the Bold. This one I think might just be, like, chatting with a tiny bit of gameplay. Oh, boy.
Where is your daughter, Juliana?
But I've had a consistent, like, good number of viewers, so thank you to all the people who are watching right now, who are just listening to all of this conversation. Like, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. Like, it really does mean the world to me.
If she's in there, I'll get her.
Like, that's the whole point of me wanting to stream in the first place, is to talk to cool people while playing video games, and hopefully other people might find it interesting.
Stay bunkered down until I
Hopefully playing a little bit more of the video games. Like, this is kind of a rare exception where I got really distracted. Like, yes, I can be distractible, but I got really distracted this time around. Maybe it's because I wasn't expecting the chat to take off so fast. But, like, I promise it isn't always like that. There's plenty of streams I get in where I maybe don't even have anybody hop into chat, and I focus a lot more on the video game. So yeah, you know, just so you have your expectations balanced.
I've got a bit of a problem.
What do you need?
I need to retrieve some data. It's not a big job.
Ooh.
It pays well.
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go push a button in the other room. I'm not going anywhere. I am just gonna go push a button. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. Hope I didn't lose anybody. I just had to turn on my air conditioner from my bedroom. It's still pretty hot, so you know, I gotta not die at night.
No catch, really. It's dangerous work, but not for someone like you.
People are quick to assume we enjoy being in hazardous
Bye, Mothy. Hey, Mothy's still here. At least for the moment. But Mothy, you should go to bed. I mean, Mothy. Oh, it's 2:30 a.m. where you are. You should go to bed.
I'll look around if I get the chance.
Yeah, I'll look around Exogeny.
That data could be worth a lot.
I mean, if I'm breaking into Exogeny, I might as well look around for some Spectre weapons. Am I right or am I right? Yeah. This playthrough, I'm going just for kind of the main dialogue. I'm not really going for all the side dialogue. Alright. Cool beans. Let's get to Exogeny. I'm very glad you're wrong. Ooh, this has been a hell of a stream. I did not expect this kind of interaction. Oh. Like, the vibes have been so good. The conversation's been so good. And I've had fun with the gameplay, even though, yes, it's been very scattered. Like, it's very fun gameplay. Like, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, they did a good job remastering this. Like, they made a pretty substantial remaster. Like, it isn't just a graphical upgrade. Like, they actually upgraded how the game even feels. Oh. Oh, those poor Geth. Oh, Legion. I'm so sorry. I know these are the heretics, so they're not actually connected to Legion, but oh. How dare you shoot me? How dare you? Already daylight savings there. I just realized this is far later than I'm used to seeing you online. Yeah, it's daylight savings here, so for me it's still kind of the normal time. But yeah, daylight savings is so stupid. The United States really needs to catch up with you know, more modern times. Like daylight savings. Come on. But yes, today was fall back, so we got an extra hour today, which I didn't even remember until, because my days all start at 11 p.m., so I'm always awake when the time actually transitions to the time shifting forwards or backwards. So I was just, I was working on Photoshop this morning, working on one of my non-AI generated pieces, because, you know, I believe in making something with your own hands and your own creativity. And I looked up at the clock, and the clock on my stove was completely different. Like, was an hour off from the clock on my computer, the clock on my tablet, the clock on my phone. And I'm like, everything connected to the internet is telling me it's a different time. It must be daylight savings. I was so blindsided by that. I'm like, oh, I guess I got an extra hour before work. There's a good thing about this and a bad thing about this. The good thing is it's light out a little earlier, which is good because where I work is a very bad neighborhood, and they're less likely, like, people are less likely to do fishy things when there's light out, and I work early hours, so having the light come out just a little bit earlier, it just gives me a little bit of a peace of mind. Like, one of my coworkers got their car stolen out of the parking lots. Like, I don't know, at this point, probably like a month and a half ago. And, yeah, that's pretty scary because that's a huge thing. So, like, now I am always, throughout my shift, like, checking the parking lot and making sure that my car is still there. And that's terrible that that even has to happen because where I work doesn't have security of any kind. Literally nothing. So having it light out an hour earlier will help discourage anybody who might want to do something. I also came up with my own methods for also discouraging. Might have set up some Home Alone style traps if somebody were to try to do something on the inside of my car and not realize that they're there. I might have done something a little shenanigan-y. But that's the plus side. The downside, I suppose, for some people is that it gets darker now earlier. But I also love that because I am a creature of the dark. I'm so used to being up in the middle of the night anyway that darkness does not bother me, and I already don't have a social life, so like it's not like, oh, it's darker early now, so I can't go out to the club. I would never go out to a club anyway, so whatever. Gotcha. I got you, sucker. To quote one of my most underrated movies, Bowfinger, with Steve Martin. Got you, suckers. For anybody who wants to see it, just a fun movie, watch the movie Bowfinger with Steve Martin. Hey, Mothi has returned. Getting the extra hour of sleep is the only real good thing about daylight savings. To be awake when it changes feels like it defeats the point. I'm always awake when it changes. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me one little bit, but to each their own. Like, I have such sleep issues anyway, I wouldn't even notice if I got 1 hour less sleep. Like, honestly, like, sleep is so chaotic for a person like me, I literally could not describe it to you in a way that would ever make sense to you unless you actually went through it yourself. This time from mobile. Ah, nice. Wire a car battery to your door handles. I've done something. That's all I'll say. I've done something. I've done a thing. And I'm proud of it, but like, yeah, I've done a thing. Yeah, night owling, I'm a night owl. I'm a creature of the dark. They took away daylight savings from us this year. I hate daylight savings, so I'm actually jealous of that. I think daylight savings is such an outdated thing, and I wish we would get rid of it in the United States. I really wish we would get rid of it. Oh, Agent Coulson! I just noticed a different person just hopped into chat. Hey, we got another new person. Welcome to the stream, Agent Coulson. You have missed a psychotically active chat, and it's been awesome. This has been more of just a chatting stream than a gaming stream. How are you doing today, Agent Coulson? We have had a lot of big, heavy, topical, philosophical conversations this stream, the last like 3 hours. Oh boy. It's been some talk, and I love it. This is the kind of stuff I can't talk with anybody I work with, because nobody I work with cares about anything that we've talked about today. One of our old cars had the fuel pump hooked up to a toggle switch, not going anywhere unless they know where the switch is at. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. Yeah, you got to do things like that nowadays because the world is just, it's out of control. Nobody cares anymore about decency. I'm great. Love a relaxing Sunday. You know what? I agree. Like, once I get out of work, Sundays usually are very relaxing, and I love that. Ah, Patman is asking Coulson, what's your attitude on AI? That is a very good question. Coulson, what is your opinion and attitude towards AI right now and how it's being used kind of the world over? Like, we were primarily talking about AI in relation to how it's being used with art, quote unquote. But, like AI in general, we were kind of talking about. But yeah, what's your opinion on that? If you're in the mood to talk about something a little heavier. Like, if you're not, we're not pushing you into the conversation. Like, if you're just here to relax and watch some Mass Effect, that is always cool too. Like, I promise I will do at least a tiny bit of Mass Effect in between all the talking. I knew people in high school who had their ignition on a kill switch to this. Oh yeah, I knew some people in high school that also had their ignition on a kill switch. That's a pretty cool thing. Yeah, that's right. I remembered you were there. I also remembered that you are a stone cold dick killer. So I am going to do my best to kill you as fast as I can. Ugh, don't let it shoot you because I think it can one-hit you. I believe I just did a scientific test. It can one-hit you. Boom. Hopefully autosave was friendly. It was not. Okay. Oh. Alright. Alright. Alright.
I was hoping you'd have a moment to speak with me.
Let's speed run back there.
I need to retrieve some data. It's not a big job, but it pays well.
Yep, I remembered right. That thing can one-hit you.
What's the catch?
What does it mean when the ignition is on a kill switch? Okay, so when the ignition when you have the ignition on a kill switch, basically if that person doesn't realize, if somebody trying to steal your car doesn't realize the ignition is on a kill switch, then you have your ignition set up to that switch, and if that switch isn't flipped, then the ignition will never be able to turn over. So as a result, nobody would ever be able to turn on your car. And it's a pretty cool way of helping to deter from car theft.
Of course, this all depends on getting out of here alive.
Yeah, I died. I died hard. Like, people say no one dies harder than John McClane. Nah, X-Turtle just did. No one dies harder than John McClane, saving all the passengers on a plane.
Just keep in mind what I said.
About to crash into the Potomac River on the eve of Christmas. Oh, well, that freaking song. And now he saves obsessively for the rest of the game. That does happen. That has happened before. I don't think it'll be obsessively, but every time because I know Mass Effect really well. So like every time I go into an area where I know it's going to be dangerous, yeah, I'll probably pop a save. Now that I'm realizing the autosave, I thought it was a little friendlier. I thought it had autosaved when I got out of my vehicle. That's why I wasn't concerned. Because I figured the autosave was going to be right at that doorway. Or like pretty close to it. But I wouldn't say it's going to be obsessively. I'm not really overly concerned. You know, I'm super familiar with Mass Effect, so like, yeah, I'm not worried about this game. There are some games where I might be concerned about that, but not this one. There you are. Rocket. Who shoots a rocket? Babies. That's who. Ah, thanks for explaining. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I wish I could do that on my car. My car's a newer car, so it's a little trickier. Like, it is possible. It would just require a lot of finagling, and I just don't know if I have the patience to do it. Yeah, it's not No Man's Sky where you save every time you get out of your pilot seat. Yeah, I actually love that about No Man's Sky, that just playing the game effectively forces saves on you. So I never even, like, I don't remember the last time I ever thought about it while playing No Man's Sky. Like, it doesn't even occur to me. Which is pretty cool. I like a game where you can just play it and not have to worry about that. As opposed to, like, Alien Isolation, where you have to make sure you check in at every single terminal and put that card in. Because if you don't, oh, that could hurt. That could hurt real bad. You might have to redo like 30 minutes of work. Oh, I killed somebody. We're gonna hide around this corner and he's not gonna see us coming. They get to robot heaven. What happened to you? I don't know. I was just covering a corner and I just turned into fire. I don't know what happened or why. I just stopped. Oh. I missed. Damn you. Alright, there was a big guy down here, right? Oh, you're not a big guy. You're nothing. You're nothing. You're nothing. You're nobody. You'll never be nothing. Alright, peeps. I gotta go to sleep. This was a very fun time. Good night and have a great rest of your day. You too, man. This is, like, having you in chat has been fantastic. You have great opinions. You have great insight. Like, you are the best kind of Twitch viewer. And I love you, man. I hope you have a good one. Like, take care of yourself and have a good night. I'll see you next time. Or I'll see you next time I see you. Like, I might not see you next stream. Like, you know, we all have lives. But I'll see you when I see you. A single brief moment of violence, then darkness forever. Yeah. He chose violence. I can't control that they're all just choosing violence. Like, this could go a different way. They just don't realize that I don't want to kill them. I'm just willing to. Like, this is just something that I will do what I have to do. It's just not my first choice. You did what you had to do, and you did what you had to do because you set boundaries. Boundaries. Pat knows what I'm talking about. It's a reference to a thing. You set boundaries. Critical role. You might have to scroll up for my thoughts on AI. Oh yeah, sorry man. I was when I died, I really got. Yeah, I'm gonna scroll up. Yeah, give me a sec. When I died, I really got gung ho for a minute about getting back to where I died. Let me see. Where are you? Actually, I have to scroll down, and it has been a minute since I've scrolled down on the actual chat, because I actually prefer to read it from here. But in order to scroll, I actually need to go to the chat box, and I haven't scrolled down since an hour and a half ago. Let's see. Relaxing Sunday, kill switch. I'm almost back. Single brief moment, and then darkness forever. I think I passed it again. Okay. I believe AI is in that same era that the internet was in during the late 90s .com period, where it was sort of the Wild West. I believe AI is useful in the right capacities. That is a very good opinion. I like that. You know, very generalized, but also that is a good opinion, and I think most of us pretty much agree with you on that. The vortex. Like, under the right circumstances, AI is phenomenal. Under the right circumstances. the problem is, and it's the one of the big things we've been talking about a lot here in this stream today, is because of the lack of any kind of meaningful regulation, there's no real control over it right now, and it's kind of bulldozing over our entire culture. It's bulldozing over people's lives and livelihoods, and it's just running amok, which, you know, is problematic in its own right. Like, I think there needs to be some regulation on it. But yes, under the right circumstances, AI is great. Like, it's fantastic. It's a huge innovation and leap forward for humankind, if we learn to use it properly. That's the catch. We have to learn to use it as a species without losing ourselves as a species. All right, hang on. Let me try something real quick. Let me get out of the jam zone and see if it brings back up the ability to physically save. Oh, the save is grayed out even though I'm not in combat. It's because the game knows that I could potentially be getting into combat. So I might just have to not suck. Okay, I'll just have to not suck. C'est la vie. That's gaming. Whatever. If I die, I die. Hopefully I don't. The Vortex. I said before, I think right now it's a fad and it'll stabilize. I hope it'll stabilize. The problem is, I don't think it's a fad. I really don't think it's a fad. I think it's a fad for some people. But I think as a whole, AI is not only sticking around, I think escalation is going to be pretty significant. Because it'll be pretty exponential, I think. Like, just look how fast it's gone over the past, like, 5 years alone. Like, what's it going to look like in the next 5 years? Like, how much integration will it have in our entire society at that point? Like, it's... Ooh, scary thought. But yeah, I can see how it could be fun to cook with, like Alpha Leader's saying. Get good. I agree. On the fly substitutions, ideas, etc. Probably what I use it for the most these days. Yeah, that's fair. Those are good reasons. Those are good things. I'm definitely not against it. It's just regulation. Like, it's regulation that I think it needs. Alright. Come on, just poke your little toesy woesy out so I can take pot shots at you. Is that it? Oh, yep, that's it. All right. Overload, warp. Its shields have to be down by now, so that warp should do a decent amount of chunk of damage. Eventually it'll explode. There we go. Got it. True integration into personal home AIs will be beneficial. How would you even regulate it? Enforcement would imply regulating your usage of the internet, which gets messy. Agent Coulson, welcome to the chat. It's what we've been talking about for hours. Like, the concept of how to regulate it is so infinitely complex that world governments aren't even bothering because they wouldn't even know where to begin. We don't even know where they would begin. Like, where do you begin? The problem is, it's an industry that's moving so fast that it's the kind of thing that should have had regulation from the beginning. But because it never had regulation and now it's taking off like a rocket, like, regulation, where do you start? Yeah. So you're right. You are 100% right. Where do you even start? Like, if the governments of the world don't know how to regulate it, then it's going to take a lot of people a lot of years to figure out any kind of meaningful idea. When you have to go back and deal with the old Google Home stuff or Siri, it's painful. Oh, yeah. Help, it's again. It's again. Could you have an AI database that self-regulates based on treaties determined by an international body? Ooh, self-regulation is always a fishy concept. Oh, that's a tough one, because even having humans self-regulate there's abuse, you can only imagine AI would probably find a way to abuse it too. Only AI would do it more efficiently than human beings ever would.
A one-way trip down, Commander Shepard.
How is this a one-way trip down? Are you saying Commander Shepard, an N7, can't hop that wall? I am a skinny little noodle boy. I can hop that wall. And I could run longer than Shepard. Silly. It's silly. It's not a one-way drop. It's silly. That's a tough one, though, the concept of self-regulation, because I don't know if that would work. Like, it's an interesting idea. I just think even that would be abused. Anything that involves a person regulating themselves, including AI, it'll always get abused.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were Geth, or one of those Varen.
Do I look like a Geth? It's fine.
You're safe.
I do look like a Geth.
But why were you here in the first place?
I got a little bit of a flashlight head.
Fault. Everyone else was running, and I stayed to back up data. Next thing I knew, the Geth ship latched on, and the
Yeah, he is all muscle in terms of just physical strength. He can only run for 7 seconds before he's winded, which I think is the stupidest thing in the world. It should just be like Pokemon Legends ZA, where you just hit the A button once, and you're just running until you stop moving. Like, I can run for hours at a time in real life without stopping. And yet N7 Shepard here can run for 7 seconds and then he's out of breath. I don't buy it.
We'll get you out.
I don't buy it.
What the Geth are after.
It's not the Geth, it's the energy field they put up. They don't want anyone else getting access.
It's silly. It's just a game mechanic that feels like a game mechanic.
I'm here for the
You can
Geth.
tell me.
It's very important.
You can trust my bald head.
I don't know for certain, but I'm guessing they're here for the Thorian. Thorian? I have never heard of such a thing.
Thorian? That sounds silly and made up. What's a Thorian?
What else can you tell me? Do you know where I can
Would
find
you
this
say it's
Thorian?
going to be a Thorian in my side? I'll be here all week.
Look, we need to get out of here, past that field.
You know how
I
we
see
can
it as
check
the
Geth?
only way to regulate it from the source versus hoping for an equitable moderation of people's searches.
I've noticed the Geth lane
Ugh.
everywhere. You could follow
I mean, you might be right. That's the thing. You might be completely right. I don't see... I think anything we come up with will always find ways to be abused. That could potentially be the best solution to evenly manage all of it, but oof.
All right. I'll look into it. Stay put until the
Yeah, I don't
Feros
even...
down.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me.
I don't know.
twice. I'll just find a small hole.
I think my brain is shutting down a little bit, and I don't even know how to think about it anymore.
This should get you past
I've been up since 11
field.
p.m. my time, and right now it is 4 p.m. So I've been up for 17 hours at this point. I'm probably going to get myself inside the Exogeny building, and then I might call it a stream. Like, maybe I'll get myself to that room with the Krogan, and I'll take him out, and that'll be a good stopping point. Which I really thought I was going to easily beat this mission today, because it's not that hard of a mission. But I just got so distracted by chat. Oh. In the best way possible. It's 7 p.m. my time, just chilling at the airport waiting for my flight. Oh, good luck on that. I know flights right now have been pretty crazy with the government shutdown. So hopefully your flight doesn't get delayed too much. Fingers crossed that everything goes smoothly. I think it's going to be determined largely by copyright law. If AI companies have to start paying royalties for the data they mine, it might not be profitable enough to continue for most. That is very... Ooh, that is a good point. Wouldn't it be 18? Would it be... Oh, yeah. Daylight savings. Yeah, I've been up for 18 hours. Damn it, Alpha Leader. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot to factor... I didn't even know it was daylight savings until after it was daylight savings. But yeah, you're right. So I've been up for 18 hours. technically longer than that because the way I sleep is very complicated. It's hard to explain. I have pretty dramatic sleep issues. They're substantial, to say the least. Oh, you don't live in the U.S.? Oh, okay. Where do you live, Colson? I forget if I've asked you before. Sorry if I don't remember. But yeah, whereabouts do you live? I'm trying to remember if you told me before. What can we say except you're welcome? Canada, okay. Did you ever tell me that, or am I just forgetting? I don't remember anybody telling me they lived in Canada.
If there is nothing else, please step aside. There is a queue forming behind you for the use of this console.
Hey there, Krogan. If you can, I would like you to go flying, please. Ow. Fall back a little bit, because that Krogan messed me up with that rocket. Rocket! Last night's sleep felt rough. It is still hot, but not enough to be blasting the AC, but not cool enough to be comfy. For me, I still need to blast the AC. Not all night. I just need to blast it. So for me, I need to blast the AC. I need the room to be cold while I fall asleep initially. And then after that, I'm good. So I set my room AC on a timer. So like, it was like 45 minutes ago, I hit the button to turn it on just to get the room cold. And so it'll run for 2 hours. So hopefully I'll, be long asleep by the time it turns off. And then it's as good. The room will just be fine. But it's still hot enough for me. Like, I don't like the heat. I love the cold.
Welcome back, research assistant Elizabeth Bainham. What can I do for you?
Elizabeth? I mean, yeah, I look like... Shepard looks a little bit like Elizabeth. I see that. I see it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My TV shut off. Hang on. Am I still here? Wow, okay. That came out of nowhere. My TV just shut off on me. That's never happened. It's the thing gamers say the most. That's never happened. If you ever watch a speedrun, that's something that they say all the time in speedruns. Let me make sure the stream is still going. Maybe I had like a power hiccup or something. No, the stream's still going strong. No frames have dropped. Everything's... TV's turning off again. Okay, what the hell? It's like my TV is possessed. Fascinating. Let me, So I can't read chat right now because my TV that I use as a monitor has just shut itself off for seemingly no reason. So I apologize. Give me a second to try to figure out why it's doing this. Okay. It's back on for the moment. Hopefully it stays on. Jeez. Unfortunate timing. Yeah, the stream still seems like it's going though, so that's good. Weird. Yeah. Technical, chicanery. Are the other people watching and chatting from YouTube? Agent Coulson, if you look on at the chat, that's actually on the stream video. It'll show the logo for where they're commenting from. So right now, the Papman and Alpha Leader are commenting from YouTube. And then you, Mothy, who was here, but he just left. And then also Dom, who was in earlier, are on the Twitch side of things. That's a really cool thing about Restream. How it shows you where everyone is coming from. Okay, my TV shut off again, which is a huge problem. Okay. I think that's the universe telling me that that's probably where I should end my stream. So I'm just going to finish this conversation really quick, and then I think I'm going to end the stream, and maybe my TV is just... It's just overheating, maybe? It's possible. Maybe it just wants to shut off. So what did the Krogan want? Let's get through this conversation, and we'll call it an end right there.
On the study of subject species 37, the Thorian.
Oh, boy. Okay. It's not going to let me. My TV's really acting up. I'm going to have to troubleshoot this. So unfortunately, that's going to have to be my stopping point. So next time I'm going to be picking up after this conversation. I wanted to keep going because I've had a lot of viewers and a lot of chat interaction, and I've actually had an absolute blast talking with all of you. But yeah, with my TV continually shutting off, that actually, like, that screws me over entirely on the stream. Like, I cannot read chat, I cannot see the game, I can't affect any of the settings. Like, I can't do anything if the TV shuts off on its own. So yeah, I'm gonna have to end the stream right there. I will definitely be streaming again tomorrow, probably around the same time in the afternoon. So hopefully some of you maybe stop in again and just say hi. But yeah, thank you to everybody that tuned in. I really appreciate it. Special thanks to everybody who was in chat. So Alpha Leader, the Papman, Mathana, Dom, Agent Coulson. If I'm forgetting anybody right now, it's because my brain is distracted by the fact that my TV is shutting off every like 15 seconds and it's making me angry. I have had an absolute blast on this stream. It has been a delight. Sorry I didn't play more Mass Effect like more directly, but yeah, I had an absolute blast. So hopefully you tune in the future. I hope everyone has a great night and a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Live long and prosper. And I gotta end the stream before my TV shuts off again, because my god. And it shut off again, so I can't see the settings to end the stream and the recording. Oh my god. All right, have a good one, everyone.